Hello, hello. What's
Hey,
happening, guys? We are on the Twitch.
Awesome.
So say hello, Twitch. Twitch is streaming
Hello,
already.
Twitch.
hello. Yeah, I'm just
Algalorn is out there muted. What's going on, Algalorn? I wish people wouldn't do that. If you're hanging out with us, man, you gotta hang out with us. But let's get him in here. All right. um, you're deafened. Like that. All right, maybe he's just gonna listen. Okay, are you joining the game? Or are you joining?
oh crap, I didn't realize that I was deafened.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, welcome back. We were not just completely silent. There was a lot of silence, so you didn't miss much. Anyway, welcome back. We're gonna get started. I think everyone's ready. Who else do we need? What's going on? Do I have a new picture? Do I have anybody else that's ready to go, or how we doing, guys? Void Star. Did you make your? Who's your character? Void Star.
I'm just finding.
Oh yeah. Okay. When you're ready. When you're ready. Hanging out, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome back. And let's get cracking. We'll get into it momentarily. You take damage.
But cake.
Yeah, it's so good. 100% chocolate to death.
I attempt to make the cake convince itself to go into my mouth.
um, you can certainly try. Oh yeah, no, that really worked as well as you'd think it would. Cake laughs at you. You find it odd that your cake just laughed at you, but you now expect that to be the new normal. Welcome to the new normal.
Investigate cake.
Oh, cake investigates you. Yeah, the cake is investigating you, is what you find out from your investigation of the cake. What else we want to do with the cake? Come on, come at me, bro. The lights, the strawberries around the top glow and seem to emanate those words exactly.
Light the candle on top of it.
Oh, well played.
Dancing
Um,
Claw chooses to determine whether or not the cake that is investigating is actually hungry.
I try to cut the cake.
yeah. Oh God, no, you. Oh, those are pathetic rolls. Holy shit. Uh, but not that bad. But he's investigating the cake. He's trying to incite the cake. He's gonna have to let the cake investigate him first. Is he gonna let the cake inside to investigate
Yes.
him? Yeah, he's gonna become vulnerable to the. What does he tell the cake? As the cake is now wanting to know, what flavor do you want me to be? Your deepest, darkest,
Vanilla.
chocolatiest secret. No, no, I want something dirty. Don't give me vanilla, damn it. It wants something dirty. Something
French
dirtier
vanilla.
than cake. No, no, what do you want your cake on? I mean flesh. I mean something naughty. I mean something dirty. And then add cake to it. You know, like the cream
Breasticles.
pie. It's cream pie is all you got to say, and you've just made a euphemism. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
right.
No.
there it is.
Breasticles.
It's right. It's all right there in the word. So the cake wants to know something dark and dirty about your character. Come on.
And
wanted it.
apparently he wants a cream pie.
Is that what's happening?
It sounded like it.
I mean, no, I just threw that out there just for an example. But if he is distracted by shiny things, then that is definitely a shiny thing. And so there he goes. You are desiring. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. And the pie and the cake. What was your question again? It now desires, to be eaten. Is what the cake really wants you to do. It wants you to eat of it. It wants you to just take it, and then like the giving tree, it will be gone because you find out when you have your cake, you cannot eat it too. That's what you just discovered from your inside check. No! You scream out in pain.
I put my
So insightful.
Can I have like a growth disorder to where I'm like 6'7", even though we're not supposed to be?
I mean, as long as you're gonna really embrace the word disorder.
Or growth.
And yeah, of course. Oh God, yeah, you're in dangerous territory with that question. That is definitely, of course, but just saying. Maybe I said too much. I should, I always regret saying so much. Was I too helpful? What is your subclass? It looks like weapon bond. You've got yourself a Eldritch Knicket.
Yeah, I figured if I've never played a caster before, this was a good way to start.
All right,
Maybe I gotta
there
keep
you
track
go.
of spells.
Race. What race?
Half orc.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's a race anymore that gives a bonus.
Background. Yeah, what's your background? Soldier? Probably soldier, right? Huh? Background? Good background?
Yes.
Yeah? What are you going to go with? You want to look them up? There's a great background list on 5e tools. Check it out. Bam. 5e tools. No, man, I'm promoting piracy. Yes, I am.
It's only piracy if you make money.
It's piracy if you steal their shit. Yar!
Argyle.
I don't believe that personally, which I know, how much effect his beliefs have on reality. But
hey,
if
you
I'm
guys
not
have to understand.
selling it or giving it away.
Yeah. I
mean,
totally agree.
LimeWire won a whole
I have a
lawsuit.
tattoo. I have a tattoo of a camera and the double loader camera as the eyes in the face of a skull and crossbones, and it's pirate cinema. It's tattooed on my body. I've got shirts made with it. I've done art shows with it, and my buddy designed it. And it's the idea of, we have to steal it. So when we're doing what we're doing right now by live streaming on Twitch, we are making our own cinema. So that is something that I am like personally passionate about. And why I will go to such great lengths to put this bullshit on and do this stuff that I do.
I am a mercenary veteran.
There you go. I was going to go with that as option number 2, but I didn't want to start assuming. Okay, the mercs.
You know what happens when you assume?
Yeah, man. Don't want that ass. Wait, I do. Maybe I should. All right. So, bada boom, Udog is a thing. And GM sheet. Someone is checking out the Greyhawk on token, guys. That is going to be something you're going to love. That makes for some really big fun conversation. What we've done, what Greyhawk initiative does is it turns initiative into, okay, sir, I'll just stand here while you swing and attack me, sir, because I sure wouldn't want to act out of order. Thank you, sir. Might I kill you while you stand here? Yes, thank you very much, sir. Those things, just annoy the shit out of me. And so what Greyhawk Initiative does is it breaks up. We do one turn where we make our decisions. So we still use initiative just like we're used to. But during our turn, we program in what we're going to do. We say we're going to do this, this, and this in this order. And then we go through and unpack everything in its order that you do it in. And it really changes the game. So if you move, attack, and then move, that totally changes. If you move, attack, bonus action, all those things happen at different times in the game, and the field changes. If you roll a spell, you're going to hurl a spell. You're going to be rolling a D8 plus the spell level. So the intention is to push the bigger effects towards the end of the round. And so you get some really cool things that happen because ranged weapons are all D4s. So they boom, 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 they go off very fast, assuming that person doesn't move and then attack. But monks have a lot of fun because they can do a move, attack, move, attack, move. So they can attack 1, 2, 3, 4 times, during their turns, and that changes the game. And their attacks are all D4s because when you roll for your die and you use your weapon attack die as your timing die. So at one moment you want to roll really low, and the next time when you roll for damage, you want to roll really high, right? But it gives you an extra roll for everything that you do, and it changes the timing of when things happen. It really changes the game. It makes it feel much more believable, and it feels like bullet time. It feels like really. Have you seen VATS for Fallout 4?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, but multiplayer. So it's like when they were talking all this shit, I was like, I bet you Greyhawk Initiative's better. I was absolutely right because all they could do with multiplayer was just throw VETs out the window, and that's what they did. And with Greyhawk, you're able to choose how you do things in the melee, in bullet time all the time. So it's really fun. You get one turn. Initiative is still like you do your planning phase, and you can keep it secretive. So if you guys want to see what I'm talking about, click your token, and everybody can click up on that menu bar across the top, and you'll see something that says Greyhawk on token. Click that button. And you and I will see that you get a menu that pops up. Now I designed the menu so that you can easily click and do your attacks, and no one else has to see that menu. And then when you roll your attacks, you don't have to tell us. Like for instance, if you're casting a 4th level spell, Confusion, for example, you would roll and I'll click on someone's. I'm going to click spell D8 plus level, and then I'll roll 4. Boom. This is going to happen on beat 8. So basically, anybody that's rolling an arrow, they're going to shoot an arrow at me. And I have a new thing where if you're casting a spell, if someone hits you with an attack, you have to roll a con save to see if you actually complete the spell. So spells become dramatic too. You want to protect the spellcaster, and of course, you want to use shield when you can, when you have to, in order to prevent yourself from having to roll a con save.
How's this work with,
Anyways,
weapon attack?
like what? Ask for what weapon?
Green flame blade, and
Ah, if it's a bonus action, if you have to cast it as a bonus action, you have to do that first. Boom, and do it. Or I guess with that, I could let it happen after. It really depends on each spell. You'll know once you figure it out, and it comes to how you want to utilize it. But yeah, that would include a bonus action D4. So you'd have an action where you're like, boom, I cast Booming Blade, and then I hit somebody. But I think Booming Blade, these other ones say that as part of the attack, it casts. So I don't think you have to add an extra roll.
as
If
part
it
of the
has that kind
task, you need.
Yep. So you don't have to roll anything extra for that. It is part of the attack. So as you do it, and then it gives you a moment to focus on that as the exact thing. I've also got a thing where, like, if your weapon die is a D6, a 2D6, like greatsword, right? If you have to roll 2, then you hover over. You notice he rolled on 2 and 3. If he wanted, he could roll on both beat 2, where he swings the sword up, and then on beat 5, when he drops the sword, he could role play something during those moments. And to me, that's that one little metric of that really changed the game for Rang when Rang started breaking up his great sword attacks, because he was like, "Damn, my great sword is always going to get like a lot. It's going to go off later in the round now." But it gives him a moment of more dramatic effect because everybody else has already done their stuff, and most of the enemies will be dead by then, and so he'll step up and slowly go into the last attack. It's kind of neat, the dramatic of the how the round plays out. It's really cool. Rounds feel like
Yeah.
waves of attacks. They're really intense. You'll see. It's a whole new way of doing it, and everybody who's played it it swears they don't want to go back to the old system once you see it.
It's
Um,
so
Yeah,
dramatic and
reading
tense for
through
half
it.
an hour.
Yeah, it's
Sorry, you go ahead.
fabulous. Yeah, go ahead. What did you think?
I was gonna say, like, because I read through it, I'm trolling through all the Unearthed Arcana to look for interesting new rules, and I saw this. I was like, this could either be really cool and interesting, or just slow the game down to an absolute crawl. And I couldn't tell which without.
Yeah, you can't.
You know,
And
saying
it's a lot to get people. I did this little system here to make it faster and hopefully more enjoyable for people. Again, I just added a new feature to it, which is why I'm really excited about bringing it out and doing it. I just haven't done it because I've been in campaign mode and I don't do grindy combats that much. You know what I mean? We're really, campaigns have a lot more role play, it seems like nowadays. And once we get into combat, of course, it's a big combat scene. But like, at least with Dragon Heist, it was a lot of stuff that had a lot of vying factions, and you could solve a lot of problems by, getting two people to work on the same problem at the same time because they would have so much force. It would, you know, change the balance of power, and next thing you know, things would change because of people being able to work together. It was a lot of fun, but I've missed the combat personally. And Greyhawk Initiative is the only way I want to do combat. It's stupid fun. I've got a huge battle arena. I've got a couple of them actually. I've got Xanathar's actual battle arena from Watery Dragon Heist, built in isometric. I'm really proud of it. And I've got a capture the flag arena that allows you to set up 3-on-3, and each person gets minions. Your minions go out and attack, and you have turrets out in the field, and the enemy. The neat thing is I've set the dynamic lighting up such that both sides can set their tokens up and start taking their first two movements until they get to the barrier between the two sides, and so they get us. Player characters are able to surprise player characters in certain instances, which is a shitload of fun to do, because it's hard as hell, to organize play PvP surprise, because usually PvP is one of those things. Well, you already know everything about each other. This is a situation where you have 3-on-3 and you're playing capture the flag, and it's on a mobile battlefield where you are having to take out the turrets and all the other cool shit. So it's a lot of strategy. You have to remember that, oh my god, the point of the battle isn't to kill each other, because you actually have respawning anyway. It's actually to accomplish the mission. So you're always torn between, do I accomplish the mission, do I beat the shit out of my buddy, because beating up my buddy is a lot of fun, because I have an option to kick his ass right now. So you have to choose, which one are you going to do? Are you going to fight, or are you going to complete the mission anyway? Great question. Someone is taking the cake right now. Kelshar, you find yourself on fire, but it tastes good to be on fire. Right now you're just burning inside with chocolate, love, and lust. You can't let go. You just wanna burn. That's what you're feeling. Anyway, guys, we're going to get started introducing ourselves. We now have everybody on the field. I'm going to go ahead and add you to the turn order. Yes. Boom. Everyone's in the turn order system now. But first, guys, you can click your token, and from the menu across the top, you can click the word initiative. There you go. That's the way to do it. Or you can shift double click your token and then click the initiative from your character sheet. Both are valid options, but it is easier, I think, to just click your token and click the word initiative, and that way you don't have to. I still need Kelshar Rentex, please. Are you out there? There you go. Oh, hi, Roland with the 2.
I'm on a roll tonight.
Oh man, dump. The next round you're gonna want a low roll. It's actually a win. But we're starting out now on round 0. Let me make sure it's set for round
There's
0.
a really neat thing that's going. Like what's that? What's that in the background there? It's on Tall Stock.
So that is the turn order tracker, and the reason I use it is
Let it
because
be.
it is cool. I like it a lot. I'm sorry, I do use it. I do have the mode where it is shifting your screen, and will focus in on the player. There's a good reason for it. Um, a couple of good reasons. I didn't like it before because I felt it was too jarring, but it's really necessary because I have to run the game and I'm Twitch streaming, and when that shifts, it reorients the Twitch stream, which is really helpful because it's really boring when the stream doesn't move. So having that spitting thing and the glowing balls is really important for the Twitch stream, because you want to make sure you're not looking at a dead screen. Okay, something has to keep moving. Anyway,
And
long
I
story
cats
feel like a
short,
enjoy
state
I
it
think it's
also.
really
alchemist.
cool. What's that?
And cats
feel-
enjoy it also.
I feel
Do
like a
they?
state
I hope they do. If we become famous for the cat community, dude, we could like blow up, because that's a really niche market. I mean, really, I'm totally down with the cat community, man. Right, Kitty? Right, Jake? Cool. Um, my cats don't seem to care. They care about the laser. When I bust out the laser, they're like all up on that shit.
Yeah.
They're my minions. I tease them with the laser, and I practice fighting and setting up battle maneuvers using. I swear to God, I do it, and I tease them and stuff. And when I can't like run you guys through monstrous dungeons, I do it. I do take out those energies with a laser and my kitties, and I make that laser become alive. They really believe it's a living thing that they could catch, if only for just a moment. I know what it feels like, kitty. I want to catch that laser too. All right. Anywho, I think we have now a turn order, and Dorn is up top of the turn order. Dorn, I'd like you to introduce yourself. We are now streaming on the Twitch. And let's see if we have anybody watching even. Please, we can watch ourselves. I'm already a Twitch affiliate, so I've already got all that homework done. Um, oh man, I'm streaming and watching myself. I meant to go over to
Careful, you'll divide by
dashboard.
0.
Um, yeah, we have 0 viewers. Yay. I used to always have 1 viewer. Now I'm down to 0 viewers all the time. It doesn't matter. I've already got Twitch affiliate status, so I don't even need the views. But I think the best thing about this is that we get to see ourselves, and as we build these stories, people that care about us will be able to see them, and so we're making a thing. And I think some of the
Yeah, I
best
might
fun
put
is
it on
making
my
a story.
YouTube and stuff.
Please do, please do. I'm looking for people to share my stream. If you're a Twitch streamer, I will host. But anyway, let's talk. I want to introduce you. So now you get to tell us about yourself, anything that's relevant. What's your background in D&D? What do you love about D&D? What brings you to the table? Why are you here? And then let's talk about your character. If you've got a written backstory, please read it to us. If you don't, I'll give you 5 minutes. Tell us about your character's place of comfort and their want. And go.
All right, well, a bit about me. So I've been playing D&D and a few other games on and off for a little while now. So I just like the freedom to do all kinds of crazy stuff and have it pay off and actually work. About my character, well, he's the cleric equivalent of a snake oil salesman. So he goes from town to town selling dud potions to people and then hitting the road before they find out that they are actually duds. So he's always on the move. And he's especially on the move because the last potion he sold to a rather rich nobleman made his beard fall out, and that got him in quite a bit of trouble.
Excellent, excellent. So you've got a man's beard on your hands.
Well, what's left of it.
Exactly. All right, and when you're ready, click end of turn. So with this thing, you have control of the turn order. So there's an EOT underneath by your name, by that token. You see where? There you go. So this is a test to get you guys to know where that button is, and the initiative button. So we're getting there, guys. One step at a time. All right, Algalorn, take it away. What brings you to the table? What do you love about D&D? And tell us about your character. Go for it.
I come to the table tonight just to partly learn a little bit more about the Greyhawk Initiative, and partly to have some fun and meet some new people. I enjoy D&D. I've been playing on and off for about 3 years now. And as far as my character, Aldalorn was born into a circle of druids um, who had come to the material plane from the Feywild. His mother was the archdruid of a druid circle, and during his final training to become a druid, the circle was attacked. He watched as his family was murdered and cut down, and most of the other druids within the circle either managed to escape or were cut down, but not without a cost. Some lost limbs, while others lost far worse. To this day, Aldalorn searches for the man who murdered his family, a bald man dressed in all black with a red sword in his hand and a Hydra tattoo on his face.
I am Food Dog, the greatest orc wizard ever.
All right, hold on. Okay, okay. That is
So great.
definitely. I see where you're going with that. But first, let's start with you. Who are you? Introduce yourself, and then let's get into your character. But
Yeah,
nice pitch.
Bradley.
Go for it.
My
Yep.
experience with D&D is a few games here and there, a few games that didn't work out. I like D&D because I just like character story. So yeah. Now back to Udog, the greatest orc wizard. He was so great that his tribe feared his mighty power and exiled him, whereon he became a mercenary for many years, practicing his magical skills, managing to learn more than else. Yeah, he adventures so that maybe one day he can learn spells above level 1.
Well, I, for one, am Clayton.
All right. All
I
right.
am C2I3. I am thrilled to have the greatest orc wizard with us for starters right now. I just got to say that, period. Myself, I started very young, but I'm still probably much older than many. I've been gaming about 37 years, give or take. Started off when we used to make paper mache for our miniatures, and our maps were just on
Yes.
graph paper. um, but I really enjoy Roll20 and have wanted to see a lot of what it's like. I'm relatively new. I heard that Dr. Frankfurter was the guy to join and see how he rolled his games and everything. So I thought that was a great thing. I'm coming with Dancing Claw, who is a Chaltian refugee. They're having a lot of problems down there, as probably many of you are aware. And his family was brutally killed, a lot of his pride and everything there. And he was taught in the ways of martial combat by some devoted monastic individuals serving the Cat Lord. And because the jungle absorbed and kind of just dissolved all of his family, he has decided to head out and look for another family. He's a little aloof, does tend to refer to himself in pronouns, and seems to be very attentive to his surroundings, but a little withdrawn as well. And I'm looking
All
for
right.
where's it at?
EOT.
I
So,
do not.
what,
Oh, there
what
it
is
is.
this?
There we go.
So what is this? Someone's recommending. Is someone out there brokering my services? But anyway, Kelshar, Rentrex.
Yes,
Hello.
I am Zachary Zane Tyler Wilson Nurkalunas, and I'm 27. Yeah,
All
I
right.
know that's a mouthful.
All right.
And I live in Missouri, in America. I've worked as a fast food cook. I've worked assembly lines. I've done healthcare. I've gone to OTC to try to further my studies in computer information systems. Yeah, and I have Kelshar Rentex, and he is a half elven sorcerer, and he's about 6'7". I know that that's not typical of a half elf, but he's more human than elf. He's got long blonde hair. He's got hazel eyes. He's got like yellow brown skin, like a halfway dark tan, kind of mixed with the yellow. Um, he's spent his time fairly well split between praying and studying combat and just studying in the library as well. So yeah.
All right, all right. That'll do it. Bada boom, bada bing. We've gone fully around this thing. Let me clear this out. Boom, and that'll do it. Kill it. And let me go ahead and select these guys. This is what we got. Guess I'll bring that too. But before I do that, let's get started with introducing this little world. What we're doing right now, guys, is I'm going to introduce this world of Forgotten Realms, and in particular, this landmass we're on, the Faerun. But let's get over here. Boom. I actually am really excited because Gilgamesh just was announced as part of the MCU. A big part of the story that I like to pitch for people in character creation is all about there it is, campaign area. Is all about um, how Joseph Campbell's monomyth, the hero with a thousand faces, that theory, how that works and how it influenced people like um, um, George Lucas, Star Wars, and clearly how important that is because of how much it was just purchased for by Walt Disney. But anyway, it must be valuable because they spent a lot of money on it. Um, but that's really important. And Gilgamesh is the first story known to man. Guys, have a look here. This is the map. If you recognize it from Lost Mines of Phandelver, it's a similar map of the Sword Coast that we find a lot of our adventures on. And this is in the Forgotten Realms. And this is actually the campaign setting for the Acquisitions Incorporated game that I am pitching us do. This is in addition to the Stranger Things game. This Acquisitions Incorporated game is a first to sixth level mission game that will allow you to go all the way through that and explore the world of Acquisitions Incorporated and the different roles that they have for each party member as you explore this. Super cool. I'm excited about it, but it's a great place to establish our world and our location of this place we know as Waterdeep, City of Splendors. So let me get into this part of the story. This is Waterdeep, the City of Splendors. Here we'll see our lovely um, Troll Gate, and we'll take a walk through the city. This is the city in circa 1987. Ed Greenwood, Ed of the Greenwood, as Elminster referred to him. Strange because Ed Greenwood would actually write stories about how Elminster, his character, would sit over his shoulder and correct him when he was writing his stories about Waterdeep. So that's how real his story of Waterdeep was.
Ooh.
That's how stoned he got. And he is Canadian, by the way. Ed Greenwood, super cool guy, eh? But let's get into this. The City of Splendors, Waterdeep. This is where I began bringing the world that we are in right now. I started building a world on World 20 almost 2 years ago. And once September was coming around the corner, I was trying to find a way to pour all the things that were happening in the world of Obsidian Bay into Waterdeep. And so I started researching the old versions and all the stuff I can get my hands on. And this this trail map campaign setting that Ed Greenwood wrote is amazing. 200 pages. I've got it right here in Discord. You guys should be able to get to it. You have the rights now, but it has like a 200-page PDF with all the cool stuff about Waterdeep and all these cool locations and places. This is Waterdeep pre-spell plague, so it was really this hopeful, like, look at this wonderful place, and little did they know the campaign that they were about to run was about to do horrible things to Waterdeep. Here we are, 2018, a generation past that now. We're now looking at this troll gate, and we're now looking at what looks like Google Maps with watercolor turned on. And it's beautiful. I absolutely love. It's so hopeful. There's so many things to check out and to see. I'm actually going to have to get rid of this because that's a spoiler. But I'm going to bring you all down to here, and let me get something because I've been doing this every once in a while. Copy link.
Trader's Way.
What's that?
Trader's Way. It looks
Treasure's Way?
the way of the trader. Trader's Way.
Oh, Trader's Way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I could tell you stories and stories and stories. There's a whole entire um, description of all of the wards of Waterdeep is in this. I have available. It's on. It's a really great read, and it has lots of stories about things like this. I'm going to show you guys the God Catcher. This thing that you see here behind us in this City of Splendors, I think it really defines what makes this place be what it is. That being that you see is a walking statue, and there are stats for the walking statues in the old campaign guide, and it's one of those things you would look at as and go, oh, that's cool, but why would you ever fight that, right? It's there. It basically, these were hiding out in the plane ethereal, and if the city of Waterdeep ever needed them, they would just snap their fingers, and the walking statues would come and stomp on any army that tried to attack Waterdeep. So it was a pretty good defense mechanism. It was their nuclear, we're going to go nuclear and just bring down giants to stomp on you. Unfortunately, during the spell plague, they just went crazy and decided to start attacking Waterdeep, and they had to stop them, and they did. They stopped them dead in their tracks, and that's where they've been stuck ever since, in the middle of the chaos that was the spell plague. And the spell plague was something that happened in second edition D&D, right? And maybe in third, but anyway, it was last generation. We're now in 1491 Dale's Reckoning of Waterdeep. That's what we're looking at, and we have still Waterdeep is founded on a lot of things, but let's get into what happened before. Yes, no, ask please.
What is that thing he's holding that looks like a planar sphere?
That is it could very well be a planar sphere. It is. I like to think it was an orb of destruction about to be destroyed.
Okay.
It could be. I think it was about to do something really bad. That's just my version of reality. Right now, the stairs that you see go up, and there's a woman who is a sorceress who teleports everywhere she needs to go, and she lives inside there. I guess she has a stairwell for the the peasants to come up and clean her house. I don't know. But otherwise, she teleports. She doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, no, my personal. I'm glad you asked, because I always thought, I bet that's that, and no one's ever asked. But I made up in my mind that that's what that is, but there is nothing saying what that is specifically.
And it was
it's a cool picture. What's that?
It was, we'll call it the 4th edition blunder that they introduced the spell plague because they wanted to change up so
4th
much.
edition.
Yeah, turmoil, and
shit.
that's when they broke off Torel, and it used to be Abor Torel, and they were like, oh, it was sister planet in a different dimension, but on the same kind of thing, and they split and everything, and that's when Mithranor came back, and they broke everything, and the weave got all messed up, and gods died, gods returned, and I burned most of my 4th edition stuff.
AO. Oh yeah. Well, AO has stepped. AO step, but I know it's beyond. It's actually earlier than fourth edition because the stuff that I have of the spell plague goes all the way into third and second edition. I've seen those, so
Well,
it's old. It's pretty old.
there
Yeah.
was spell fire, so there was the spell
Yes.
fire, and
Yep.
that was big in second edition. They carried that into third, and
Okay.
then it was in 3.5 that they started talking about bringing some of the stuff back. And
Nice.
4
Okay.
is when they really blew it open, because you could get spell
Yeah.
fire that you could use, and that's where people were manipulating some of that and the weave and working
Okay.
on things, and that's where they based how that kind of started,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
and it
I knew it was
interacted
like a
with
reboot. It was like a
yeah.
reboot. They had to reboot all the magic because it was like, no, this isn't working. And Mister had killed herself, or was dead but not dead. And then anyway, Midnight became Mistra, and Ao stood on the ground. Ao, the god's god. That's the thing that happened here in Waterdeep. This is where he stood, and he elevated Cyril, right? And
Cyric
and
and
Sirik, yeah.
Kellamvor and Midnight.
Kellamvor, yeah, and Midnight. Midnight became Mistra, otherwise known as now. And actually, another cool connection to all this is Laeral Silverhand is the chosen of Mistra, and she's the Open Lord of Waterdeep, and so she's quite significant, and that she's all tied into all that. So all that's very closely connected to Waterdeep in a lot of ways because before the humans were on the land here, this was the capital city, Alien Thaldar, and they ruled right from here. This is where the elves empire ruled the land, and when the emperor, the coronel, was given the information from the divination wizards that the onslaught of the humans were coming, and the result would be the abomination to their species, the half elf. And because of these reasons, these elves decided to retreat to Evermeet,
Hey,
and when they did, they destroyed the town with fire. What's that?
I'm an
Yes.
abomination.
Oh
Me
yeah,
too.
this touches everybody. I get everybody with this story. Ain't nobody not touched with this story. Like the humans are the bad guys because they're having sex with elves. Because that's subtext. That's what's really going on. Isn't that what we're really? Oh, sexual divisions everywhere, guys. But when they did that, they left their partners, the dwarves, in the lurch, and the dwarves have never forgiven them for being such pansies to run and hide. And as the elves ruled above, the dwarves ruled below, and the dwarves the Kalarn tribe had an amazing magical kingdom underneath a very expansive place. And when the elves retreated, they actually something when they destroyed the town, something strange happened. There was a knot tied in the weave deep under mountain, deep under Mount Waterdeep, and this has caused many chaotic things to happen. This is rumored. That's why the dwarves were driven down deeper and deeper into the ground, abandoning their kingdom that they had. And of course, we know nature abhors a vacuum, and so does our fantasy stories. So in this place came the Illithids, these Drow, and the Duragar, and all these creatures that were in the Underdark now found residence in Undermountain, this place just underneath the land of Waterdeep. Because when humans showed up, they found this to be a good place, and they started to, of course, live here because this is a deep, safe harbor and a well-protected mountain with also all kinds of dwarven battlements built into the mountain, which is where the Griffin army now resides. But there's also the feature of this well, and people learned very quickly that if you went in that well, you died and you didn't come back. In fact, they use it as a place to throw their convicts and the people that they didn't want to bother with hanging and mutilating themselves. They would just throw them in this hole, and the dungeon would do the rest. 40-foot wide, 140 feet deep. Well, that sounded like a challenge to a man named Mert and his best friend Durnan. Now, quick story. The Forgotten Realms are the realms that forgot that there were other realms. So every realm in existence can be interconnected in this world. And this was the idea of a shared story model that predates Dungeons and Dragons, and is the R.A. Salvatore, Ed Greenwood. These all are people who are writers in this shared universe. And I think that ideation of having a shared campaign setting, because before, if you remember, even the hobbits we used to have hobbits in D&D, old school, but they're not hobbits. They're halflings now because Tolkien threw a fit and trademark copyrights ensued. So we don't have a shared universe. And our dream is to have a shared universe so that everybody just like us are telling these stories and weaving these stories together in this magical way. So Mert is important because Ed Greenwood designed Mert when he was only 6 years old, before he even knew about D&D or anything else. But he had an idea for this guy Mert, and I can tell you he's still writing stories about Mert in Death Masks, his latest novel. I'm still reading it. And he and Durnan went down into this well and faced Undermountain and came out the other side richer and more powerful than their wildest imaginations. And then Durnan went on to build the Yawning Portal and calls it the Yawning Portal for the titular yawning portal within. And he charges admission to go inside as if it's some sort of a carnival ride. Very strange. Also strange, it's 400 years later and they're still like rocking it like middle-aged dudes. Who knows what the story is with those guys? We should find out. I think the Yawning Portal and all the cool story about the Waterdeep shenanigans is an easy hook for any adventure. Waterdeep is very cool. There's a lot of neat stories. There's the City Watch and the City Guard. There's the Griffin Army and there's dragons are not allowed because of Harryon's Dragon Bane, and so dragons cannot attack the city. So it's a very safe place if you're worried about dragons attacking you. Why would dragons be attacking you? You must have done something to piss a dragon off. What's wrong with, why don't you just live in peace with dragons, guys? Come on. Anyway, maybe you can't.
Half-ish
Forget
of
I
the
asked.
Because dragons like shiny things and people like taking shiny things from dragons.
It is that core duality that keeps us at odds with the dragons, and I think that is the core of what makes Dungeons and Dragons work for me. Now I'm bringing you guys somewhere, but I can't find it. There it is. Boom. So let's get going over here, guys. So that's my hook for you guys. There's loads of reasons for you guys to go to Waterdeep. Not so fast. What I want to do is we're going to now have your stories interweave with the idea that you were on a caravan towards Waterdeep, this wonderful city of splendors. And as you were along with at some point in this caravan, the caravan stops, and much trouble ahead. You find out, all of you together in some way, find out that there are bandits attacking. And just about the time when the bandits are about to be dealt with, immediately jumping out of the bushes and trees, this hill giant jumps up and screams, "Rah!" And everybody freaks out and runs in 10 different directions because of the chaos. And and he goes to the fancy cart that everybody was ultimately fighting over because that's where the gold is. He untied the horses and loosened them, took the cart, looked inside, and said, "Do you have some Grey Poupon?" Laughs at his stupid joke that no one gets, and then runs off into the bushes. And so a team is organized. People go after him. Things are happening. Looks like it's going to work out. You've got a plan. You've got him distracted. Just then, guys, there's a fucking bard, okay? And this bard decides, "Hey guys, I got a feature," he says. "I'm a glamour bard." And he streams out to the middle of the field, right in front of the hill giant. The hill giant turns surprised and not intentionally smashes the bard. Um, Not unlike this. Smashes the bard's head, not unlike this right here. And you get some on you. Everybody gets some of the bard on you, so you're
Gallagher.
welcome. Gallagher, get your ponchos out, kids, because Gallagher's bringing a fucking sledgehammer to the stage. You know what it's
Hey, how do
for.
I find
What's that?
the Twitch you're doing?
Oh, it's whoa. It should be in there. Whoa, what happened there? I thought I copied that. Here.
Dancing Claw tastes a
Yeah.
little bit of the blood and says, "Annoying,
Thank you.
but delicious."
Well, give me a second. I'm going to give you guys all a chance to reflect on this. Give me a second. Okay. I just want to make sure I got that into the record. There's the Kersplat. Guys, we're going to roll initiative. now what we're going to do is I'm going to turn it over to you guys. We're going to start building our stories from your backstories. Find a way into that caravan. Tell me a story about your character, what they did in those ensuing chaos that I just put out there. Take any story you want. There's the hill giant, there's the Kersplat, there's the bandits, there's loads of things. Anything you'd like. And there's the caravan. So take your pick. But what I want you to do is you're going to do a few things, but you're going to think about implicating somebody else in this party in some sort of shenanigans. You can fame or shame them, and you can get more than just one person too tied up in whatever shenanigans you've got. Now think about it. The last person to go is going to be able to reflect on everybody's story, so they're in the kind of the they're in the clutch position. So you know, and it's good to go first too. So everybody gets a win. It's fun to let turn order decide. Is everybody in it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 people's in. Who we missing? Kelshar, you with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to roll initiative? Did you roll?
Oh yeah.
There you go. And we are organized by turn order. Okay, Algalorn, first things first though. In the rush from where you guys were, kersplatted, right, by Bard Brain, you are very tired in your travels. You're going to roll a con save, DC 15. If you fail by 5 or more, I roll a D4 plus 1.
All right.
Algalorn,
con
do you know how to?
save.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can thank Christopher Perkins for this. It's so constitution-y. All right. Also, click your token and click non-lethal weapon. It hurts when you guys do well. It really does. I feel like I feel like I'm letting you guys down because I'm not hurting you enough. All right. So you have a loot to work with. Tell us your story. Use a loot. Implicate someone else from around the fountain, and go ahead.
All right. So as we were traveling, we got attacked by this horde of bandits. Correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay. As we were fighting off this horde of bandits, I noticed that Ugra was trying to fight some of them on his own. So I came up and gave him a healing word and then started to fight alongside of him. Then this hill giant showed up, and as this hill giant showed up, this weird bard looking dude comes running by and goes, "Hey, I've got a feat. I can do this." And all of a sudden he goes kersplat. As he goes kersplat, his loot just kind of flies off, and I catch it in midair. Covered in brains and guts and everything else that just kind of splattered all over me. I look around and unceremoniously try to play said loot. Not very well, though. And yeah, so that's that's about what I've got.
The beginnings of Guar.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be good. All right. And I got the arrow right? So go ahead, guys. You can draw on your characters and stuff. And I will stop that thing. It is really spurting a lot of blood. Boom.
Yep,
Yeah,
and
if you read that,
that's my
yep.
story. So
Well played, sir. Click end of turn. That's what we're after. You guys get to control the outcome of everything at this point. You guys, it's kind of a lot of power at the very beginning. It was one of my favorite features of the game. Take it away. So first off, Dancing Claw, roll a con save for me. And then roll on the non-lethal weapon table. I want you guys, you are just killing me, guys. I feel like I'm letting you down. I feel like I just want to give you some pain, but I can't because the dice are not in that way. But you have a tablecloth to work with. Always remember, guys, if you're ever feeling like someone's encroaching upon your personal space, you can always look around as a reaction for a non-lethal weapon. It kind of is a hint that you're thinking, hey, what are you doing? Go ahead, Dancing Claw. Tell us your story.
Dancing Claw, seeing all the blood, seeing this joyous, happy, entertaining fool run across the field with some sort of scatterbrain idea, knows that something is going to happen. So he pulls a tablecloth out and starts to tuck it just a little bit into his monk robes up by his collar, as if it's going to be a bib or some sort of protective piece for the feast that may come. As the blood splatters kind of hit his lips, it reminds him of finer days when he was hunting in Chol. And he says to himself, things taste good. Looking over at our lute holding performer trying to come along, Dancing Claw pulls out the flute from his side and says, music for ceremony must surely happen. Uda should join us as well. And then that'll be the end of Dancing Claw.
All right, and you have implicated Uda as well. I'll put an arrow on there. Anywho, go ahead, Uda. Oh, you get one level. You get one level of exhaustion. You're welcome. Here, I'll show you how that works on your. Oh, yeah. Let me show you this. You can just hover over the numbers and add the bubbles. And then on your character sheet, guys, there is actually an exhaustion level. I try to turn it on everybody's, but yes. Oh, you're feeling some pain. Something in this story. Roll in your non-lethal weapon table. Click your token and click where it says non-lethal. There you go. Muddy knee-high boots. Oh, these are the fun ones. So go ahead and whatever happens in the story has to be intense to the level where it got you to one level of exhaustion. Does that make sense? So go ahead. The stakes are high.
So, Uda here, when we get attacked by bandits, prepared to fight them all off by himself with the help of his trusty, mighty spell, Tensor's Floating Disc, the most powerful spell in his. When suddenly, a hill giant comes out of nowhere, preparing to cast Tensor's Floating Disc the second time the day, smite this hill giant with great arcane power. When suddenly, this crazy bard runs across the battlefield and does something and then explodes, at least from Uda's perspective. Then Algnorn plays a legendary lute solo, the likes of which Uda has never heard. Uda's so completely enamored by this lute solo that he stumbles back a good 20 feet in pure shock and awe that he had been with such a legendary performer and hadn't once asked for his autograph. When he trips over the remains of the bard, a pair of muddy knee-high boots, and ends up rolling right over some rocks, injuring him. When he gets back up, he's still so. When he gets back up, he's still so astounded with this great musical talent. He decides he needs to dance when suddenly he hears another legendary musician begin to play a flute. And what ensues is such an intense dance of his people that it leaves him exhausted even to this exact second.
It's because he rain danced so hard. Well played, sir.
I love it.
Take it away. So let's start with the con save. There you okay. You only get one level of exhaustion. Makes me so sad. But it's still a thing. It could become it led to the river dance. So anything can happen. So we're gonna always roll with advantage. And let me add your character name. And that and exhaustion tracking. Yay. All right. And bam. So, and you have a dirty foot bat. You're gonna have a lot of luck with the dirty foot bath lately.
So is that like just a basin of some sort?
Oh yeah. Well, it's a dirty. Someone's been using it, right? So it's in use, right? That's been a thing. It's been used with. Oh, there it is. But and this one else, I tried to always get objects that had stories on them. You can see it's got like a little story. There's something going on the foot. So yeah, it's a foot bath. You get to tell your story any way you want, implicate anyone in this story, and you could add to the story that's been going. They've been doing a good job of adding, but you could come at it from a whole different perspective too. So you've got your own story and take it from your backstory. Why would you be in this caravan, right? How would you be in this caravan? And bring it to the current day and tell us the story about the foot bath too, and implicate somebody else, fame or shame. This is all meta, and nothing that you say or do now can be used against you by the other characters because they didn't, unless you effectively say they saw you do it, right? But whatever you say goes. Take it away. What do you want to do?
Well,
Have some fun.
Dawn's been trying to keep a low profile ever since his last potion hustling went awry, and he had a very angry person chasing after him. So he's been quiet for most of the trip. But when the shit hits the fan and he's standing there covered in blood and guts and viscera with gentle lute music setting the somber tone, he just stands there shaking his head sadly. If only that bard had bought one of my luck potions, perhaps he would have fared a little better. I really think we should give this guy a good burial. Let's start cleaning up what's left of him.
So
Good.
that's not really an option because you guys had to haul ass. Like that was the last thing that happened. You got the guts on you, and then you hauled ass, and
Okay, so we're out of there.
yeah. So that's not really an option. It's a good intention, but as I let some other people do that, and I was like, wait, how would they have gotten the body? But I think someone grabbed the body. Oh yeah, someone used the foot bath and put his brains in the foot bath, I think, or the spittoon. That was how that happened. And then they buried the brains. So,
Okay, well, okay, I got something else.
anything you want to do.
Well, Dawn starts wringing out the blood that's coating him into the foot bath to try and collect something that represents the bard. To give something to bury. Oda, do you want to put these boots in here as well?
So we're in meta. You're just in your own story time right now. You're not interacting with each other. I don't even know if you guys know each other yet. I'm not gonna let anybody interfere with each other at this point. So
Well, I mean, we're
it's
on the
just
same
you and I
caravan,
now.
right?
Like somehow, it's up to you guys how you want to interact. Some of you want to be secretive, right? You would be on the outside sneaking around. So I'm not forcing anybody into a party at this point. We're basically doing one-on-one right now. You were doing your own
Gotcha.
version of this, and I've kind of set the story, and you're telling me your version of what I just explained to you. You're working your way in with these other people. We're all building bonds. Actually, everything that we've done here, I usually say this, should be built as a bond on your character sheet. These are people you're building bonds with, and in this kind of a game, that's really important because we can always rejoin and reconnect people in different ways that can add to the story. Because like you can imagine we could do this with 10th level characters. We'd have a whole different storyline because people would have factions that they're working with, and I'd have stories of factions and cool shit like that. But you could always mash up random people at any time if you try this out. And who knows, this could spark a party that makes it. You never know when the band's going to hit. We just need a good band name. Anyway, what are you gonna do with the dirty foot bath? So you can bring the dirty foot bath, I think, to the point of to the well, and you could end your story right there with you've got the bard's brains and what you want to do. Jesus, I have to keep doing this. Every one of your stories has made the damn thing bloody, and it's not always a thing. So I have to go turn off as drawing. And come over
How
here
much
and
blood can one bard contain?
well, you guys have all managed to get a little bit of them on you, which I did insinuate, I did say that or something at the beginning. So, and you guys have played perfectly along with that. So that has definitely been a theme today. Well played, guys. I love it when themes show up. And when you're ready, click end a turn. I think you just did a thing. So. you have the intention next to, you kind of have a goal now. You've made a little party goal of like, hey, we should bury this dude. And that's a nice
Oh,
gesture.
no.
Makes for good people, you know. And some people are like, I don't care about that. That's not my alignment. Then you're like, oh, you're just a bad person. But anyway, 8. Yes, now we've got our first victim. Here comes slash our D4 plus 1. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of exhaustion.
Isn't that getting close to just death?
Uh-huh. I can kill you with this because a nat 1 is 2d4s. That is like more than half an average of killing you. Yes, that is. Oh, that's the fun button. That is fun. What I do in those instances is I say that hopefully it's not a double nat 1, because then I think it is an actual permanent death, and I kind of set it up and I kind of have to go with it. Um, this is Christopher Perkins inspired me to do this whole setup here, but they do have this in Waterdeep. But I don't know about the 2d4. I added that because I'm extra, and it's a shitload of fun because you got to punish a nat 1. But the thing is, what I want, if you go nat 1 and then like a 10, then you have to do something in your story that's awesome enough to get you advantage on that con save. You know, so you have to tell a story that saves your character's life, basically. So I'm always excited when I get to kill you, because then you've got to come up with a really great story that that everybody at the table is like, yeah, that awards him an advantage on that roll, and which then saves his life, because then he only gets, you would imagine how this would work. It'd be the 8 or the 10. Well, shit, he would still get the 4 levels of exhaustion, but he'd be trading that for death. So yeah, fair trade. I think I'd take it. But I love giving you guys free stuff. Look at this. You get 4 levels of exhaustion. Look, and you can even read them off. They don't even print them out right there. You get disadvantage on ability checks. You're welcome. Your speed is halved. You're welcome. Your disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Just like throw them right in the
Oof.
gutter. You're going to fail. Yeah, it sucks. Sucks to be you. Don't even try it. Your hit point maximum is halved. It's just cut in half. Nope. You thought you had 22. Well, I rounded down is 11. Yeah. Boom. That's your current hit points. You're
I've
welcome.
never actually had exhaustion.
It's so much fun to play with, and to start the game off with
Exactly.
it, because it's such a great threat, because you just don't want to get it. It's the best thing ever. Overland travel is where you have to manage it, and you have to like get a good rest, and all you got to do is mess up a person's rest, and they're like, God, I just want to rest, and then you really feel the tension of being on the road, and like how terrifying it can be when you can't just get a freaking night's rest and heal 1 level of exhaustion. Yeah, it sucks. So,
Sugar more
you've
coffee.
got that. You have a great story now to tell. Now click your token and roll on the non-lethal weapon table. You're in the much well, yeah, I think everyone would be jealous. There you are. You have a shepherd's crook, sir. With your shepherd's crook, bring this group um, to pasture. What are you going to do? Tell us your story. Implicate anyone or everyone, because you're in the last position. There's really nothing they can do. So they can't, because the threat is if you say something really bad about someone, then they're going to like say something worse about you in their turn. So you have to like kind of play nice. You don't have that problem because you're the last up. So it's up to you. You're also going to end it with something explaining why you have 4 levels of exhaustion. You are as wrecked as you absolutely are right now, standing around this well, thinking about going inside this black blade and bloody boar. Go ahead, tell me your story.
Okay, so I'm trying to defend ourselves as we get ambushed. And then there's just this awesome music, and the charisma check is too high, so I'm just like rocking out. And so I'm like air guitaring with this shepherd's crook. I'm really getting into it. I'm headbanging, I'm everything. And so, like, I'm getting so into the music, I don't even realize that I'm like stomping around. Like, I've got my own one man mosh pit. And so, as these guts hit me, I fall even further backwards and I trip over the foot bath and I land like on the guy with the tablecloth, and like I accidentally pull the tablecloth with me because I'm like tripping over everything, and it falls on top of me, and I try for a good 5 minutes to get out of this tablecloth, and apparently, with all this music and all this ambush going on, I can't even fight my way out of a wet paper sack. So I barely get out of the tablecloth. I'm wearing it at this point. I'm battered, I'm bruised, my ankles are bleeding, and I'm just SOL.
Okay. There you go. That's how you do it. Well played, sir. And we're going to keep going. Now, Algalorn, let's get started. We are now out of everything that's just happened. We are now standing around this well. You're outside the Black Blade and Bloody Boar Tavern. You've been hauling ass from this hill giant that is still hurling things at you guys. He's insanely enraged, and he's got an amazing range. The further you run, he still keeps finding a way to throw shit at you. You're not sure he's not going to come down and chase after you guys. It's been a hell of a day, but you were having thoughts, and tell us your thoughts. Reflect on anything you want. We're still in meta, and go ahead, tell us what you're thinking, and reflect on anything you've heard. You could rebuke or anything else. Speak to anything that you've heard too. This is a great chance for that. And then tell us what you look like and what you smell like, and go.
All right. Well, having arrived at this well outside of this tavern after running from this hill giant, I look around and I see the rest of the crew that's here. And I take note that some of them look rather exhausted, some more than others. And I say to the group, we should probably.
Oh, hang on. I gotta.
Hang loose. Yeah, you're not. Yeah,
Roll
you're not
20
talking
just
yet.
kind of froze on me. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
What's,
Yeah,
what's
just
going
we're
through
gonna
my
hang out in
mind
your head.
is
Yeah, we're hanging out in your head right now. I want to reflect on everybody, and then we'll go. We'll start doing stuff next turn.
Okay. So, going through my mind is that we barely escaped what just happened. People here are exhausted. We should probably get some rest. Um, might do something to give like a farewell to this bard that got splattered all over everybody. Um, I am a 5'11" half elf. I am covered in blood and guts. I stink to high heaven because of the battle, and I'm just ready to get inside, get myself a drink, and relax.
Bam. There you go. That's and yeah, that's exactly the thing for this turn. Take it away and click end of turn when you're ready. All right, Dancing Claw, what's on your mind? What are you thinking? What do you look like? What do you smell like?
I do not understand why these people are so tired from having to move away from this slow giant. It barely moves like a lumbering child. I barely had to walk quickly at all. I do think that I am a little thirsty from the movement, and I'm wondering if that uh, foot bath that's holding some of the blood might be possible to purchase as a beverage for my thirst. I am cleaning myself some, of course, definitely focusing on some of the more bloody spots. There is a little bit of caked mud on me, um, but I probably don't smell much more than just a little bit of sweat and perhaps some blood. Because it wasn't said before, I'm tabaxi, so I'm about 6.5 feet tall and about 180 pounds because we are lean, leopard style, kind of fur and coloring with green eyes. Um, I hope that these individuals make it okay and I look at is that Udag, and I say, "You do
Wait,
not look too
you're not. Yeah, you don't.
right,
You're not
right, right,
responding. Yeah,
right,
we're
right,
not
right."
talking.
Um, so,
And I just wanted to bring up that cannibalism, because you're tabaxi, eating people isn't cannibalism. But still, I'm just glad that you brought up that you're eating people right now. So yeah,
well,
that's
I
a thing.
do, I do have for a piece, I do have a personality trait where I have my own ideas about what is and is not food, and I find the eating habits of those around me fascinating, confusing, and or revolting.
That's
So,
fair enough. Is that from
um,
tabaxi or something else? Yeah, that's funny.
um, I think it was Far Traveler for when I was rolling it, but
Oh, okay.
um,
Good, good.
so I,
All
I
right.
look at Ugda and I ponder if my medical skills may be able to help him. I do look over at, and I'm not going to be able to see that one. Who is our other guy that is like on death's door with the
Kelsha.
Kelsha? I examine him and or no, it was Dorn. I think was the one that had the. Oh no, it was. Wow. Okay. Well, I look at the Dorn and Ogda, and I contemplate whether or not my medicinal skills might be able to help them. Kelshar, I kind of ponder whether or not the others know him. Um, if he was to die and maybe I ate him, would I get some magic? I'm not sure. And that will be the end for me.
There you go. See, we would never get to these thoughts if we didn't ask for them. So thank you. We are harvesting thoughts, guys. What are you thinking? What do you look like and what do you smell like? Ooh, dog.
Ooh, dog. Just thinking he smells like home. Hasn't been back in a while because he's not allowed there. He's thinking he probably could have taken that hill giant, mighty disc, but of course he had to make sure everyone else made it out okay. Especially Kelshar there. Looks like he might have taken a swing or two from the hill giant at some point. Also, if he didn't go with them, he would never be able to get the autograph from the legendary musician to travel with.
Eh, What are you
Alright,
thinking?
well,
What do you look like? What do you
despite
smell like?
being pretty knackered and in possible mortal danger, Dawn's doing what he always does when he sees a new group of people, and that's trying to figure out which one of these is the biggest sucker. And in his mind, based on what he's seen in the battle and now, he's eyeing up Uda, and he's plotting schemes.
Well, just to get someone as your meat shield would be a scheme, wouldn't it? To get someone to agree to the terms of meat shielding for you.
Yeah, and
Is that a
also
thing?
anyone he can sell things to.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's got to be an interesting proposal though. How do you propose that to someone? Hey, you look like you pretty good meat shield. You want to be my meat shield baby? Like that's an awkward convo. It's a hard sell. Pretty much hard no. Most people are gonna say, but you gotta call it something different, right? You gotta like repackage it. That's what Donald Trump would say. Uh,
Valiant Protector.
oh, such a hero. All right, sell it, guys, sell it. Kelshar, what are you thinking? What do you look like? What do you smell like?
I'm thinking that I probably just should have read a book this time around instead of adventuring. I smell terrible because I'm covered in almost the last bits of remnant of this individual. I'm thinking that I might not rock out ever again.
Wait, this is broken you? What happened? How did you get broken? What broke you of the rocking out? You were rocking out with a shepherd's hook.
Yeah, but then he
Yeah,
got caught
I
up in the
almost
tablecloth.
died from.
He paid the price.
Good.
I
Well played.
got caught in a tablecloth for 5 minutes. I tripped over a footbath. I've almost extinguished the last remnants
Mm,
of this individual whom
mm,
we are trying so desperately to.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I'm essentially over it.
yeah, it's been a bad day, and it can only go up. We can hope. Please, we can hope. Could it go worse? I don't know. Algalorn, you are now free to do stuff. Now, what I want to do though is I want to use this turn to allow you guys to use the turn order to. We're basically going to decide on what to do. You might just decide, man, Kelshar looks like shit. We might as well just throw him in the well, and you guys just gang up on him, throw him in the well, and he dies, and you just get it over with. He does have you end his bad day the only way you can really do it. You can do that. That's a choice you might have. But there is right here an inn, a tavern, and I think signifies that it has also an inn attached to it. But yeah, there is the Black Blade and Bloody Boar that you have been heading towards for quite some time. So I think you guys are expecting to go inside. That's a thing, but you guys should talk about it. I want you guys to take this turn, and while one person has a turn order on them, right now what's happening is you have control of the con. So you basically have the talking stick. Other people can talk to you. I just want to give each person the control of the conversation when it's their turn. Does that make sense? So if they wanted to ask something, and when they feel like they've done a quote unquote thing, then they can click end of turn. So kind of you could ask a question, interact with a few people, kind of make a decision, propose something to the group. All these things that you do with a group, um, you could do that. And so um, it always starts with proposing things, I'd say. But I'd like to keep the movement until I'm going to release the turn order in just a minute. Then you can start moving around the screen. Just try not to move because I want to say just use this as one round to do voting, basically. Sometimes we'll do that. We'll roll initiative, do a vote, and then we'll take action if we find ourselves stuck. I'll do that and see how the party actually decides. Kind of sample what people are thinking. So go ahead, guys. What are you thinking? Take some actions, speak, and use turn order as a talking stick.
All right. Algalorn. Sorry. I think we should say a little something about that silly bard who got himself squashed, have a little ceremony, dump the remainder of his things down this well as a farewell to him, and then some of you look like you could use a rest.
Ah, yes, we have come to an inn. Ah, you are all quite quick on your feet. Some are quite quick on their backs. I propose that you find respite in this inn. I hope you do not mind, but I would like to come along and watch how you interact with others of your species. I am new, sort of, to this area, and I have not traveled with very many. And the circumstances on this I have found interesting and also a little delighted, in hopes of future fun and learning more about your exciting peoples. For those that are somewhat hurt, I might be able to help you. For those of you that are very hurt, you might be able to help me. And that will end my turn.
Well, it's
There you go,
obvious
guys.
what we do now. We drink. It's the only thing to do after surviving a dangerous encounter. That's all Ugda say on.
Well, as a man of the cloth, I could make some arrangements to give this poor, unfortunate soul a proper send off. But I would need some gold to arrange the proper equipment and incense and all the stuff you need. So if people were willing to pitch in for that, that's certainly something I could arrange. But I second the notion of drinking.
So, Dancing Claw, it is probably permissible for you to misinterpret what he said as you are allowed to drink
That's exactly what I was thinking about saying I was going to do. So if he's kind of looking to the others for some advice when he says that, I would actually
As a
like to just
reaction.
yes, say
Yeah.
I agree. Then I shall help take care of those needs as well, and I'll take the bedpan and any of the bigger chunks. I'll kind of chew them down and wash the rest down with some of the blood, spitting probably some dirt out.
Wait. Unless he wants to stop you. Did you want to stop him?
Okay, I wring
Um,
my shirt out in the well. I hobble into the inn.
Wait. Not yet. Not yet. We're still talking. Hold on. We're talking to each
Yeah.
other first.
I'm not.
Oh,
I thought we were all done. I didn't realize we had one more. Let's save all the action until we get. This is about to happen. What we just described. Let's hold on to what we just did. Put a pin in it. Kelshar, what are you thinking? What are you doing right now? What are you voting for? Because right now, Dancing Claw is reaching for a bedpan. He's about to fuck all your plans up. What are you gonna do?
no, actually, he doesn't interrupt any of my plans.
Yeah. Okay. What are your plans?
I want to wring out my shirt, fling it over my shoulder, steal somebody's beer, all the while limping, and just fall down, pass out in the only empty bed.
I feel you. Yeah, you are 100%. You want that beer. Got it. As quickly as possible. But your speed, though, sir, is halved. So you need a friend right now, is what you're thinking. Because if you had a friend giving you the help action, I'd give you back your walking speed. But you're going to have a friend lending you their shoulder, sir, and saying, he's not heavy, son. He's my brother. And they're going to give you the help action to the bar so you can get that beer that you desire so badly. Because, who's going to stand between a man and his beer, right? I say no one should, sir. Anyway, if that's
So
what
I
you're
put
if that's what you're
5.
wanting to do, I want you to role play how you negotiate what I just described for you as the problem and the solution. So go for it. Do it now. That was all in meta. Let's have you do it. Just run what I kind of the scenario I just described. Go ahead and do it live in character. Take it over.
Okay, I wring out my shirt in the well. I throw it over my shoulder. I put 5 gold pieces in Udog's hand, and I just look at him like the most pitiful creature he's ever seen. And then he helps me over to the bar, and as I steal the beer,
Wait,
the guy
wait.
looks
You have
at
to
Uda.
ask him. Okay. Well, you got to talk to Uda. I want you and Uda to talk. Uda,
I
you,
put
you
the
can
5
react
gold
to
in his
him
hand and just look at him like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most pitiful creature.
Yeah, Udog,
What's this
you can
for?
respond. Yeah, talk.
Are you buying me a beer?
I'm buying your help. I need to sleep.
I'm gonna give him a once over. Yeah, that seems correct. All right, let's go. You bought me a beer, and then
Thank
I will
you.
help him eat the bar.
Guys, that was our voting round. Okay, I'm now turning off turn order. We're gonna start. Everybody can start just doing the stuff. So go ahead, guys. Just start. But I want you guys to talk and move, kind of, because remember. Oh, also, if you guys are using, I want you guys to go into the cogwheel and make sure you turn on use advanced keyboard shortcuts. Do you have those turned on? Because that allows you to use the ruler. You can use Q and then A to use the hand, and then S to do the select and move stuff. But sometimes you get stuck in the A and you can't do anything, and you need the keyboard shortcuts turned on so you can quickly get to your ruler and do that cool shit like that. I was
What
just
were
doing.
those again? You said U?
It's Q, A,
Oh,
and S, and
okay.
what you need to. Yep, those are Q is the ruler. It looks like a little Q, doesn't it? A is the hand, and S is select. It's very much like Photoshop in a lot of ways. I really like this. This is like we're having a shared Photoshop experience that makes me geek out a little bit. Anyway, take it away, guys. Let's start talking and moving. But I want you guys to, because remember, guys. Oh, also one more thing. Use the S tool, select your token. You can also click on a button I've given you called Look Opposite. That allows you to be very dramatic, like the dramatic chipmunk that you want to be. And you can maneuver your token in a brand new way. Wah, wah! And it's super fun. It's different for everybody's token. It's super great. I love it, and I've done so much work on on things, that's like one line, and it's stupid easy, but it's the coolest thing ever. Go ahead, guys. But I want you guys to remember is that we're watching on Twitch, and the Twitch audience, I want right now is just us, but eventually I want us to be masters of like making our tokens move and talking and making our tokens seem emotive. I'd like to maybe give you a little emotion button so you can kind of like smile and make weird faces and stuff. I think that'd be super fun to have like weird faces that you could change your token and have like 10 different faces on your tokens. I think that'd be the shit. And you guys could emote different things as a reaction. But for now, just move your token. Just how you move your token, how you look opposite, and how you like just wiggle your token sometimes gets fucking laughs, because you guys are able to you're able to use them to tell your story. So right now we're taking your story that you guys and we have been building of being in Waterdeep and the Forgotten Realms and this weird thing that's just happened to bring us together around this well. And now we're going inside this bar together. Guys, talk us through it, what you're doing. You guys are now talking. I want to stay in characters 100% as much as possible. I'm going to start assigning points for meta. If people do meta, don't go to meta. Just be in your character as much as possible, and let's see how far we can go. Take it away, guys.
If
And
no
just
one
keep talking to each other.
Dancing Claw will take the dirty bedpan or foot pan and will, as said, eat the bigger chunks, slurp the blood out, thank the bard for his wonderful taste, and hope that his music was better. And then I will follow said
Dorn,
individual.
What do you say? Well,
Dorn,
so
Where are we going?
stands there in
What do you think, Dorn?
disbelief. He's seen a lot of things in his time, but never a
Yeah.
cat drinking the remains of a bard from a bedpan.
The door's down
So,
there.
Come,
That's something you'd add to the list.
let us
Yeah,
drink
that's
beer
definitely
next. Let us drink beer.
challenges your faith. It challenges
Yeah,
your faith, doesn't it?
I
sir?
definitely need a drink after that.
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay, Algalorn, what do you make of all this? You've got the loot still.
Algalorn just looks at everybody and shakes his head and goes, I will stay here for a moment and say a few words for this bard. As
Oh,
he
nice,
throws
nice.
the loot down the well, grabs the bedpan, the boots, and the tablecloth, and just kind of throws them all
Oh
down
no!
the well.
Oh no!
And then kneels before the well and says a few
Mhm.
words because as a druid, the
Mhm.
cycle of
Yeah,
life and death is
Yeah.
a normal, natural thing.
Nice.
Maybe not natural for this bard, but a normal and natural thing. And then he'll move on.
So you watch the cat eat the person, and you're like, that was exactly normal. What? There's nothing abnormal about that. Nice. Now this is the manger. You're at the stables right now, guys. So you do hear horses and moo, a big old mama cow inside. So if you want to go inside, you can. I'm just saying. That's the
This
stables.
direction
if you
is
wanna go.
taking me to more than I want to eat at once.
Well,
This this
so
beer
which
is
way you guys
mine.
are you guys going in that way? Because the door is shut. It's not really locked. If you wanted to go through, you could, but the door is
Do you
shut.
intend to sleep in the stables, friend?
No,
sure as an
I
inn,
say this beer is mine as I steal it from this dwarf barbarian, and he looks at Uda and wants no problem.
Oh, the dwarf barbarian. The dwarf barbarian specifically does not have a beer. He's passed out drunk.
Oh, who
Yeah,
has a
he's
beer?
absolutely. No, well, it's inside. There's inside the bar. So you have to go inside the bar area. Is what you realize.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
hobble.
that's a window. That's a window. You gotta have a friend. You gotta have a friend. Wait for your friend. You're in trouble.
To the barkeep.
Oh, I gotta get up
He-
here.
Who
I missed
does?
all
Half
this. I missed
carrying
all
this
this.
man.
Pure chaos. Oh, you guys are already in there. Okay, hang on, guys. Yeah, there's a there's a bartender in there. Welcome to the
To-
Black Blade. You can have anything. He shows you. He points over towards the menu. Okay, the menu right over here. He's kind of pointing at it. He says you can have anything you want. He says as long as it's whiskey and nothing else. I can let you have ice in it, but you're pushing it.
I'll take a whiskey neat.
That's exactly right. Bam. Slides
Give me
it
a
over to you.
double.
Doubles it. He says bam bam.
I
Double.
steal a flagon from this bespectacled
Wait, what? You're just gonna steal something from him?
Trying to steal from Brad?
I'm half dead.
Okay, but yeah, you really are not in a position to like. Oh yeah, yeah. Anyway,
Udog,
hold on. You
Udog
do
is
see them.
menacing and
Yeah, no. As you do reach over, here's what you find though. Here's what you do find as you're trying to steal that. You find a cream pie, and you find your face and the cream pie all becoming one as you're trying to drink what you think is a beer, but it's not. It's a fucking cream pie that they were sharing. And you notice that and you notice that Janet has a big finger full of cream pie that she's sucking off with her mouth, and you're like, what a slut. And you just
Big
watch
Jack.
Brad, and he's like, what an asshole. You're just like, asshole. That's what you're thinking when you look at Bradley, and he's standing up. He says, adventurers, hey, you've got pie in your face. It wasn't my doing. I don't know how that happened, sir, but it is pie in your face. The would you like me to have someone have it wiped off? I could sure find somebody. He says. Janet,
I
do you
say
have
nothing to
towel?
him, and
Janet,
I
do you have a?
continue.
Do you have a? Janet, do you have something? Oh, Bradley. Oh, I'll get to it right now. Oh, Bradley. He goes, yeah. Oh, and he could know he's holding on to her really close on the backside, and he's like holding onto her a little close, a little too close. And she's over there just wiping your face and just wiping. Oh, did I? Oh, we got our cream pie all over you. She says that's just amazing. And she's breathing right on you, so you can smell her breath. It's moist.
Super awkward.
I barely
Moist.
let her wipe my face. I turn around.
Oh, she's grabbing at you. She's coming at you.
This is even more awkward
With
for
a
me because
napkin.
my real life name is Bradley.
Dancing Claw finds it amusing of the mating rituals that are going on over. Decides to watch for enjoyment.
The mating rituals. Oh man. Boink.
Algerlorn looks towards
I
the
try to
bartender.
run off, but I'm hobbling up.
Oh.
I just feel
And-
terrible in so many ways.
Uda is only carrying him slightly faster than he would be going right now because
Okay,
he's chuckling
okay.
to himself.
Perfect. That'll work. Take it away.
Algerlorn looks to the bartender and says, I think some of these people behind me could probably use a room. What is the going rate this evening?
Oh well, normally we're kind of normal little establishment. We try to keep it about a gold piece a bed. Living standards and all. But unfortunately, we are all booked up. It's just unfortunate. Can I get you some more whiskey?
I will take another whiskey, yes.
So
Say.
right about that, he slides over those whiskeys, and just then, as he's getting ready to ask you, have you noticed? And just then, he was about to bring up something about the newsprint because he was pointing at something, but he gets interrupted as Montix busts through the door. He goes, "Oh, Nick, Nick, come on, Nick! Oh God, he's got sawdust and he's coughing up hay right out of his nostrils. He's come on. Oh man, I gotta tell you, I really appreciate you. I gotta tell you, I really, I appreciate you only charging me 1 copper when normally you charge 2 copper on accounts that I'm not going to defecate or urinate inside of the stall that you're allowing me to rent. And I really do appreciate, of course, the discount because I'm definitely not. Oh God, I saw the cow poo for 3 minutes. I you got a room, man. Come on, you gotta give me a room, man. And Nick's like, look, I got that contract with those Acquisitions Incorporated guy. Come on, man, Montix. He's trying to explain to him, and as he knows, and Nick keeps looking over at this generic elf fighter. Very generic, so generic that's his name. That's what you think, but but Montix is like, oh God, it just sucks to sleep in the manger. Hey, I get you some more whiskey. He says, oh, I'm all full up. Dum, 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 dum.
Question to you, Mr. Nick, was it? What is
Offer.
this
Nick
Acquisitions
effing offer.
Incorporated?
Huh? Oh, why do you ask? Why do you ask?
Well, hearing your conversation with that other gentleman, it sounds like they rented out all of your rooms?
Yeah, it's yeah, that seems to be the situation. It's it puts me in a good situation in my adventures bar, but not so much in the room rentals. But you can't ever count on them. So it's like it's nice to have the it's not, it keeps it average, but it's man, it's sorry, you guys look tired.
But there's some stables free from what I take it.
A man's got to do what a man's got to do, and you guys are adventurers after all, right?
Yeah, we've roughed it a few times.
He kind of shrugs. He goes, "Yeah, it's these corporate types. What are you gonna do?" He just looks over. He looks across at the elf fighter, and the elf fighter picks up the newsprint, the broadsheet, and snaps it up as Nick looks over at him. Yeah. So hey, round on the house. Round on the house. Hey, here you go. He's buying you guys some whiskeys. Yeah.
Udog is going to cheer.
You know that Adventures Inc. They're this adventuring group. It's this corporate thing. It's a I don't know. It's a new thing. They got this. He's looking at the fire, and Nick is kind of staring at the fire for a minute, and he's like, it's just, it's not a demon really, and the fire is kind of moving, and kind of dancing, and he's kind of moving the same as the fire. It's not a demon. It's just you're just signing a contract. It's not like it's a deal with the devil. He looks back at you guys. It's not like a deal with the devil, right? Let's have some whiskey. Hey, who's drinking? Come on. Hey, what are we drinking to? Everybody, round on the house. You guys got the shot. So everybody, give me give him a shot to something. He's giving you the drink, but he wants you to cheers to something.
To our full
card.
Well, each one of you does your own, and then take your shot, and do a con save. We'll do a practice of a round of a drinking contest. Drinking contests are super fun, guys. I have like baller ass drinking contests. I got like the little here. I just got like, oh man, DC 20 was the last drinking contest we got to, man. That's like, that was intense. It was down to 2 people, but here's my little tokens for those. You start out like that. You have like 5 drinks in you, and then once you fill them all out, bam, you're out. Fun, huh? Anyway, so what did you just do? You don't all have to. I want you to first. Okay. So who did their toast? I want to hear your toast, and then you do a con save, and then you tell us how it went down. If you failed it, then you're like, oh, you got sick, right? That's the idea. Or if you passed it, which right now it's a DC 10, so it's not DC 20. Sorry guys, I gotta reset that image. Where's my
Quick question for you with that.
Yeah.
I know that like in I think it's in Xanathars or something of that nature. Like I have brewer's supplies, so I have tool proficiency in that, and I know that
Okay.
there is a proficiency check on that to ignore some of the effects of drinking. It's one of the generic ones that they use in there. Do you use that?
Yeah, I'm not
as
going to
well?
do that. I don't do that in a drinking contest because it's basically PvP, and you're basically rolling against a simple.
Okay.
It's just everybody's rolling. I do let you use your con mods, right? So if you got buff con mods and stuff like that, but I'm not going to give dwarves advantage on it. It's just not fair. It would blow the game up. And this is a very simple game that allows. The main point of this game, you've got to get into your character to have a legit. Here's a toast. So giving you guys a chance to give your character a toast, and then with the drinking contest, you got to keep doing it. And every round you have to do something different. It's a hell of a challenge. By the time you get into it, and it gets hilarious because people start falling out really quickly. You'll be surprised. But I have a lot of weird drinks too. Anywho, oh, I did advance it to DC 10. And did we all have? Did everybody do their toast?
Yeah,
I think we all went at
Udall
once.
Udall's gonna shout to alcohol. Tug his back,
All right.
slam
Uh-huh.
the cup down, and shout another one.
Boom. He's got you another one. Not a problem.
To the bard, who hopefully performed as well as he tasted.
God.
To the bard,
Is what
whose-
she said.
whose death will hopefully bring new life.
To our fallen
Alright.
comrade, may he be the last.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you guys know a little bit about what's at stake here. Where are we at with time? I think we're pushing it as far as time goes. The
is-
main thing I wanted to see us get together, make our characters, have a believable conversation. That is a big checkbox that a lot of parties have a hard time ever checking off. You guys just did that, and that's not a subtle, it's not a simple thing. You guys did a believable thing. You guys reacted to stuff that's going on in the world, and yeah, nice job, guys. Let's chat and talk. It's now 1 in the morning where I'm at. I think it's probably a good time for us to wrap the session up. We've all been
Yeah,
at
it's
this for
2 in the
quite a
morning
minute.
where I'm at.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Same.
I'm going to be available, on different times. I like to set up these sessions very much like this, but once we get some people in that have done this to this point and have checked that box off, have gotten to the having a conversation in character and we all feel comfortable with, we can step off from here and lead off into anything else. Because from this point inside my game, anywhere you're at, I can take you anywhere inside my whole world. So here's a sampling of the games I've got, and I'm going to be available in the next week. I'd like to get some stuff started, just like I want to get some cool Twitch streams happening. And if you guys have time to play, we can hang out. If you want to set up a weekly thing, we just need to find a time. You and I, every one of us needs to talk. In this Let's Run a Game, I've got a link. If you guys are interested in this, please indicate your interest in this for the campaign. I've got a link now in the Discord chat. It's a Google Doc where you can
Why
put
are
your
these
information
people
that way.
giving people dirty looks?
Oh, it's the cult of people who give people dirty looks, and it is based on John Cleese's How to Annoy People, and it is his first BBC documentary, and it looked like a reality TV show basically in 1950 something. It was a brilliant thing, and it's all about how to annoy people. It's fucking awesome, and anyway, yeah, they're in the park, and naturally you see assholes in the park. You want to go pick their pockets, am I right? But it takes a party to do it. It's a lot of fun to do, because you have to have certain people distracting them and certain people sneaking through the bushes picking their pockets. It's a fun scenario, and everyone gets to do a lot of role play and trying out things. I like my scenarios that I have where I do simple things that get you guys using your skills more than just your weapons and your features. Because let's be honest, your features are things that Wizards of the Coast wrote. They aren't yours until you turn them into your own thing. They're not even your thing. That's just like, bam, every one of the people has that. When you start tweaking these things into becoming your own thing that you can't even recognize as the feature, that's when it's really fun. Then it really becomes your own character, and you can do all that and just flavor your everything you do and make it where you can't even tell what actual attack it is. But the way that we use Roll20, it'll roll the right dice. It'll just be called whatever you call it. So that would be the next step I'd like to do with getting into your characters and starting to figure out stuff that you want to do with your characters, because you guys are 3rd level. I would like to see what you think you could do with your character, with your subclass and all your other stuff ready to go. So there's a lot to do, even if we're not in a session, just with working on your characters and lots of different things that you guys might have questions about. And at any time, if you wanted to, right now, I'd be down to just say we could throw into, if you guys are at this level, we could always just jump into a combat scenario, which I actually really want to do just because I want to explore the Greyhawk initiative. So I'd like to fast forward and just throw us into some fighting, just so we can try that out, if we still have time. No, I just don't know how everybody is with time now that I brought it up. How's everybody feeling? I'm just checking in.
I'm down for a combat.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could give it a go.
I think the exhausted people don't want to be exhausted, though.
Yeah, we'll fix that. Yeah, boom,
I'm
you snap your
doing
fingers
the
and you're
form.
good.
I just
Yeah, you're good. You're fine. I just did that for the drama. You need a reason to need a room in the inn, and having levels of exhaustion just makes it feel real, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
I love how they took the one guy and just kind of dropped him into a bed there in the back.
That's where he went.
What's that?
The guy
Oh.
said he'd walk him where he wanted to go for the 5 gold.
Hopefully,
where he wanted to
Bjorn
go.
Strayhoff isn't expecting someone else to be sleeping in that bed.
Yeah.
Well, at least you
We'll
picked a
see.
different bed.
We'll see. That's usually you got to break the lock, and then deal with what's on the other side. But yeah, that's always a fun encounter. All right, give me a second. I've got to get some. My throat is getting sore, so I've got to hydrate, literally, because there's so much talk. So yeah, go ahead and clear off your levels of exhaustion, mainly because I need those bubbles for other things. All right, let's go. Just I'm gonna bring everybody with us. I guess we got 5 people.
I just
Everybody's
picked
ready.
one because
Yeah. What's that?
I just chose the Mad Wizard.
What's that?
In the
form.
Google Doc.
Oh, you did. Oh, cool. Yeah, please, guys. Yeah, if you guys noticed that Google Doc is a link I posted if you're interested in a campaign. That's my new thing. It's a great way for us to connect and decide on what to do next. Otherwise, I'm going to run sessions where we can at least just play D&D, get to know each other. I've got a progressive system. I'm only use the Adventures League rules so you guys can get points and use those points on any of your characters. So you can have characters at different levels to have like quote unquote Adventures League legal characters at those points. And all the points that you're getting are legitimized by game time that you're actually playing. I'm deeply considering that. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun because I know I can build an open world off of just that people can just drop in and out of. And I know that can work. I just didn't know how to do the points part, but the current version of um, um, the point system for Adventures League makes a lot of sense to me. So we'll see. What am I doing?
Yeah.
I jumped out of the game totally. Yeah, have you guys checked it out? Have you guys? What's your attitude about Adventures League? Anybody got an attitude? Anybody
Nowhere in my
participate
city
in it?
has an Adventurers League, so
Yeah. Okay.
like the closest thing to D&D in paper in my city.
Yeah.
One card store that has a copy of Run.
What's that?
Like the local game store only has Curse of Strahd exclusively, and that's all they run.
Really?
And after a while, it's not super great.
I'm telling you. I know it's not super. Why don't they have anything else?
I
That's
don't
crazy.
know. Like, they might have other stuff, but they only ever run Curse of Strahd.
Yeah, that's wild. That is wild. All right. Man, I'm just taking you guys right in. I think I'm gonna do it. I can't do the whole thing.
Do it.
I can't do it. I don't
You
have the
can
voice.
do
Captain
it.
Jack. I don't know, man. Oh wait, I guess I can. It's just gonna get me muted though on if I do it, but I should do it because it's the best thing ever. Really is the best thing ever. I have to admit. I'll just figure it out. I'll just fucking do it. Yeah, I don't have that on. I need to turn that on, dude. All right, and I guess I am gonna do GI. Oh no, I'm not.
So we're doing combat tonight, or no?
Yeah, I'm dropping you in right now. You're about to get dropped into something hardcore.
Oh,
I just said fuck it. I'm doing it.
Straight up cream pie fighting is what it is.
No,
With Brad and
I've
Janet.
had enough of the cream pie.
Oh
Right.
man, Red and
Future
Janet
slut.
The old mod wrestler.
You guys just don't know what you're missing out on. We've had a few people take Brad and Janet up. They've tried to hang with Brad and Janet because Brad and Janet, you can already tell they don't give a fuck. They go weird, man. They already went Dr. Frankenfurter weird. If you've watched the film, which
Straight
I
up.
can't
Oh,
believe
they're-
how
they're
few
absolutely.
people how few people have. So it is amazing when I'm like in a crowd and none of the people in the Discord have seen the film. I have no context
Actually,
for
I
why in the hell
saw
I'm
a
doing that token. Yeah, it's okay.
Roll20 campaign when you could play as Brad and Janet. Was that you or was that someone else?
Yeah, I did that. I did that because I had that as one of my players in their Troll Skull. They wanted to build their game, their business inside Waterdeep was they were running a haunted house. So, as a recruiting mission, we ran a game we ran out on Roll20 and asked for anybody to join, and got 2 people that played as Brad and Janet going on a date, and they played Brad and Janet going through the haunted house, and so the player played as was basically the DM for it, and I helped him do it. It was a really cool little scenario. The player was the son of one of my main players here. Anywho, it's totally cool that I haven't seen it. That happens a lot. Hold on, I'm setting up my map. I've got a couple things to do.
Oh, I did see a bit of that movie. I think it got to
Yeah.
the first part where I was like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Oh yeah, it's
'Cause
pretty
I
intense.
was young when I watched it.
Yeah.
Same. Loved it. That's anytime
weird.
somebody says Tim Curry, I say Rocky Horror Picture Show.
The
Absolutely.
last screening I went to was one of the audience participation ones, and I dressed as Columbia.
Nice.
Very nice.
Do I have Dr. Frankenfurter in here? Because I've got a whole lot of because he's a warlock bard is what I reckon, and so I have made him a celestial, so he can basically one shot you with a vicious mockery when he has his all his shit wide open. So you'll see when he drops it like it's hot, you'll be like, oh, don't drop the vicious mockery because it will follow 20 points of radiant damage. Bam. I think it's necrotic shroud. I wanted it to be radiant. There you go. We're doing the time warp again.
That's right.
No, I don't have him in here. Let's do it. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh wait, you know what? I think I do. No, I don't need that right now. Let me get this guy. Boom, and you're done. Busted. All right, then. Here we go. I'm ready. I'm
It's just a
ready.
step to the left.
Absolutely. Now. Oh God, I gotta do it. Whew. Okay. Yeah, because I can actually kill at this.
Just looking at that wiki, I forgot about how much money they've just made over. It was a budget of 1.4 million, and their
Oh,
box
wow.
office, is 140 million. Clearly, no one liked the movie.
Yeah, that's definitely not what America's looking for. Jeez. It is so ridiculous. I'm amazed. I really want to all the stuff that's going on. Does anybody remember there's a film Blame It on Rio? Like all this
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
about like pedophilia. That was basically 2 dads going down to Rio
Yep.
and swapping daughters. Like,
Yep.
dude, that was in the fucking cinemas. They someone financed that and made that into a film. Like that's how like right in the fucking open this shit was. That's why, it makes me sick. It's all about if you do it in public, it's okay. That has been the attitude for this long, guys. That's normalization. That is, it's right in your face, man. So sad. Anywho, let's change the tone. I have something exactly. Well, we'll do it. Yeah. Meh.
As long as we don't end up fighting one
That's your plan?
Dire-Rat so long you decide it needs to be a mini boss all of a sudden.
Hey man, we'll go pickle Rick on that shit, man. I'll take you guys all the way there, man. Um,
Yeah, it was
Oh, I
actually
love
something
that
that happened to me
episode.
for so long. The entire
My favorite
party was
part.
trying to kill this one Dire-Rat, but we could never
Yeah?
roll above 10. So DM just gave it a name.
Guys, Michael Bolton is here.
Oh, great. Send him in.
Hey guys. Really sorry I'm late. I just got caught up watching the Pirates of the Caribbean marathon. Have you seen those things?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Those are great.
Well, I listened to your track and I loved it. And I wrote you a big, sexy hook. I think you're really
Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here the boys are back. The night starts now. The night starts now, baby. Roll with us. Chicky snapping at the neck where we rolling up. Club front doors ain't no holding up. Black card at the bar like I gives a fuck. Lady shoots the eye when we walk into the set. Fuck the fellas looking jealous. Play that back and get wet. Gun in my waist, shank in my sock. You either get cut, get stuffed, or get shot. This is the tale
of Captain Jack
Sparrow. Oh, pirates! Go ahead, guys. So big on the seven seas.
This sounds
on
like Ultimate
mystical
Showdown of
quest
Ultimate Destiny.
to the smile of Tortuga, raving like sway on the ocean breeze. Yeah, that was kind of weird, but we're back in the club, buying at the bar so the shoot keeps us love. Motherfucking Iceman, I'm the top gunner. Heater on blast, I'm the #1 stunner. Watch your girl, cause it ain't you miss a nice guy. More like me to take you home and fuck you twice, guy. All dressed up with nowhere to run. That's when you make you feel crazy. Now back to the good part. He was born. He yearned for adventure. Oh, Captain Jack, giving them what for? He's the pauper of the surf, the jester of Tortuga. But in David Jones' locker, what lies in store? Put your hands in the air and say, hell yeah. Come on, Captain Jack, Johnny Depp. From the front to the back, say, we count stacks. Come on, David Jones. Nope. Giant squid, wrong. Fucking we really need you to focus up. Roger that, let me try with another film. Wait, life is a box of chocolates, and my name is Forrest Gump. Though I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, I'll give Jenny all my love. Okay, then I'm a legal lead. Aaron Brockovich is my name. You can call me Scarface. Snorting mountains of cocaine. You cockers want to play rough? Okay, I'm reloaded. This is the tale of Tony Montana. Cubano flame with Miami nuts. Got a basehead wife. Her womb is polluted. This whole town's a pussy. Just waiting to get fucked. You complete me. Thank you guys for allowing me to indulge. I didn't even move your map. I was just so excited I got that working.
I
just
noticed
did
that.
it.
You were like fucking like, here it is.
Fuck
Here
it,
I
I'm
am.
just doing this. Otherwise, I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna chicken the fuck out, and I'm glad I didn't because I love you can bolt the fuck out, because this whole town's a pussy just waiting to get fucked. Who doesn't want to do that? I just got away with doing it, and it was like totally legit, and I got away with it by God. And Andy Warhol said, "Art is what you get away with." Bam. All
That's
right.
right.
Welcome. Yeah. If you have isometric tokens, guys, we are ready to roll. You are
I didn't even know it
inside
could
of a
do
place. Oh, dude, this is awesome. Wait till you see. I have reasons to use the isometrics now.
It's 3D.
It's 2.5D, sir. We do our best. We'll try to
This
get
is
there.
how I started playing RuneScape when it looked like this.
Nice, nice. Well, you
And I
Yeah,
called
feel
it
yourself.
2.5 dimensions. That's like the same bacon.
Yeah,
yeah, this
nice.
reminds me of Baldur's Gate. It's a,
Oh, dude, good, cool. It's going to get
Yes.
dark. It's going to get dark. This is how dark we get in Waterdeep. You find yourself around this flaming hole. This thing feels like it is trying to both pull you in it as you stare at it. You feel like, when you look at a fire, you kind of feel yourself calling towards it. This thing has that times 10. You're like really amazed by it, but and the heat that comes off of it is very strange. But it is a whirling vortex inside of it that just defies definition. And the closer you get to it, you just see the edges of it glow with some sort of arcane energy, as if it is some sort of, not just a hole, but a portal. Ha. Anyway, that's what you're facing around that fire, guys. And outside, you're hearing murder, murder. You're like, what's that? What are they saying? Murder, 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 kill, kill, murder, murder, kill, kill, murder, murder, kill, kill. And just then you heard Lonely Island and Michael Bolton singing outside, which was really weird and amazing. And so you guys just got to experience that. You're welcome. And then you hear what? Here comes the fun part. Wait a second. Why don't you let me touch that? Click it and bam. Okay. Now you guys can see, right? Can you guys see out into the field?
yep.
Lo and behold, you see appearing before you amazingly in a huge form a beholder. Behold, the beholder.
Oh,
I don't know if you can
crap.
see him. I don't think you can see him yet. Hold on.
No.
Oh
I had
no.
to
No, I can't see
I
the
had the
whole
torch
yet.
on, so I don't know if some people have that or not.
Oh yeah. What did you do? You just torched yourself on?
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
had
that's the
to.
thing. Yeah, it does do that. So I'm just going to put this in here because it looks like that gives you light, and I want you to see
Yeah,
what's happening inside.
you have dynamic lighting
Right,
turned on?
right.
All right, yeah,
Yeah.
that'll do it. I bump into that when I do it for my games.
What's that? What are you talking about? That torch thing on thing is a thing I made.
No, I'm just saying the dynamic lighting
Yeah.
sometimes causing it so that you can't see. Because I mean, I do have dark
Oh,
vision, so
okay, okay. I got a button. Who can't see? Someone
I
can't see?
can't see typically unless I put a torch
Yeah.
on, but I do have dark vision. I would probably roll that way unless absolutely
Right.
necessary.
If you don't have vision, I will set up. Boom. I can do it with one click.
Awesome,
I'll give
thank you.
everybody. I just yeah. Don't worry about it. I have a feature with dark vision, so I'll just give you guys dark vision usually, and we'll work out your lights. You need to. I just want you to be able to see a little bit, but you definitely, if you need a torch, you're going to need a torch. But yeah, it sucks to have it sucks to take away the whole entire map. I want you to go see a little bit. I really
Right.
like the dim light anyway. I think you guys can all see. I'm looking through. Yes, of course I can see. I've got that flaming sphere, and above it you see the awesome image of your, hey my minions, what's the deal, what's the happenstance, what's going on. I heard some of you, I heard you could dish it out, but you can't take it, see. I heard you can dish it out. No, boss. I can definitely dish it out. Boss, I can definitely take it. Can he take it, sir? Yeah, he can take it. All right. I like to make sure my minions have good ethics. See? Yeah, it's about ethics, isn't it? Not my paranoia. No one better talk about my paranoia again. You understand? I want to make sure you can dish it out. Hey, I was going down the street and I saw one of those in time. You know what I did? You know what I did? You know what I did? You put him on blast, boss. Yeah, that's right. I put him on blast. Yeah, put him on. Yeah, put him on blast. But when I'm not hanging out putting him on blast, I'm hanging out with my ladies, aren't I? Yeah, boss. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And sometimes I'm hanging out with Silgar, and everyone's like, Silgar lives. And he goes, why do you say Silgar lives? Why would you? What would you? Are you insinuating that Silgar would? No, boss. Silgar's the best. Yeah, Silgar. Well, boys, I got to get back to reading because that's what I'm doing. I'm feeding all my eyes into my big brain, getting smart. So don't get any big smart ideas, my minions. Right? My minions, that's right, boss. No smart ideas. We're gonna leave that to you, boss. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Cause I can dish it out and I can take it. See? Yeah. And with that, The Xanathar disappears, and the chat crowd cheers, "Murder, murder, kill, kill!" And the calling is clearly for you guys to step out into the battlefield. I think I'm just going to turn on global illumination. Boom, and then everyone can see everything. I don't have to have this flaming circle because I do want you to have a flaming sphere to stand in, but that ring is going to be a thing. But here we go, guys. Take it away. Can you all see out there? The crowd is basically cheering and chanting. The gates have now risen, and your cell leads out to a tunnel. So you go underneath. You can go if you can see where you're going. I think you can move your tokens through that into the arena area. They're basically inviting you in with this calling of murder, murder, kill, kill. That's their nice way of saying, come on in, let's have some fun.
Dawn's going to stride in with 2 hands in the air, acknowledging the crowd.
If you can work the crowd, you can definitely. They're chanting murder, murder, kill, kill. If you accompany their chant, as we know, they love to chant. Crowds love to chant shit. Yeah, send her back.
I
Chant, send her
moon
back.
everyone.
Dancing Claw will play a tune to go along with it. Not a good
As
tune.
you guys do, guys. As you guys do, I allow you guys to roll a charisma save. As you work the crowd, tell me what you're doing, then roll the charisma save. Let's see how the crowd reacts. There you go. Zach is getting some rah, and the crowd cheers, and they're looking at who you're going to point at with your Zach, who you're pointing at with your charisma save, because you just made a save and you get to do something horrible to somebody. So go ahead and point to somebody since you rolled a 15. Yeah, look at I guess you could do it to anybody in the audience, huh? But I was thinking somebody in the field, someone in the field, one of your friends.
It has to be bad.
It won't be that bad. I'll make it okay. You'll see. Oh man, you guys are all being super charismatic. You're gonna have to do it to each other then. This is gonna be a shit show. Oh wait, who's Fluke?
That was me, Dancing Claw.
Sorry. Oh yeah, good. Okay. I didn't know what you did. Okay, so 15, 18, then another 16, but I need to get Kelshard, you pointed, who are you pointing at? You're gonna point at one of your teammates? That's kind of the idea, I think.
I point at dancing.
Oh, you're pointing at. Okay, good. Hold on, let me see what happens. As you do, the board on the wall over here, this mural, there's jewels where all of his eyes are, and there's a big jewel right where his main eye is, and it's off right now. And everything starts to light up, and right now, as it does, there's a beam that is oh. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, it shoots out a beam, right? Yeah, if you see, oh, yeah, there you go. Boom. Okay. So you see this beam on that line. Anything behind that line, there's no magic, right? When that light is on, and it lights up. It does that feature for a moment, and then it just shows off that it has that ability, kind of, and then that turns off. As soon as it does, one of the beams lights up, and this, boom, shoots. Okay, roll a wisdom save. TC 16.
Everybody? Or...
Who?
No, just the Dancing Claw he pointed at, right?
Oh.
Yeah, roll it. You are
Ta-da!
you are charmed. All right. Who also rolled? Who else? Everyone who rolled over a 15. I think that's what I set the DC at. Since I did, I'll leave it there. Tell me, point at somebody, and let me know who it is, and I'll roll one of these. I promise they won't kill you, but they might charm you, which might be helpful. Anybody?
Dawn's feeling confident, so he's going to point at himself.
Here it comes.
Disintegration ray.
Death ray. The the one right above his eye to the left just shoots over and it puts you on blast. It absolutely just tries to just reduce you to death. It is just the kind of thing that just makes you feel completely neurotic. Wait, neurotic damage isn't a thing. You take no damage, but you think about it a lot. Roll a dex save anyway. Let's see what you get. Yeah, you
Oh
jump right into it
no.
harder and you're feeling so neurotic about it. So yes, neurotic damage is not a thing. Like I said, who's next? Come on, who's getting one of these rays? Because I'm
Me.
blasting you. I'm putting
So
you
I'm
on
gonna
blast. Come at me.
I'm gonna pump my sword in the air along with their chants and cheer along with them.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm gonna point
Yeah.
at Kelshar.
Who? Killshare?
Kelshar. He
Yes,
made a
yes, do it.
change for only
Get him,
5
get him.
damage.
All right, here it comes. Boom, here comes the fun. Oh, the telekinetic ray. He picks him up. Whoops. And he floats up in the air. He spins
He
upside down.
made the strength
No,
roll.
he made a save. He made
Oh
the
no!
save.
Damn it! I wanted to show flighting. All right, so it's picking him up, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna stand here." And I don't know how that works, but it works. And somehow you're strong,
Imagine
and
he
he
just like
can't telekinesis you.
flexes
Yeah,
really hard.
He
yeah,
grabs onto the floor, digging nails into the ground.
yeah. Yeah, that's what he does. His toes break out of his shoes. Good job. I am no longer exhausted. I am powerful. There you go. Well played, sir. Who's next? Is that all of us? I think we all did stuff.
Aljalorn chants, murder, murder, kill, kill, murder, murder, kill, kill, and then points at Ugda.
Do it. Did you roll your charisma save
Yeah,
yet?
my charisma was a 20.
Nice. Yeah, I remember that
I
one on
like that
there.
you guys are. I like that you guys are getting on these, because sometimes people are like, "Oh, I don't want to hurt anybody." Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, he puts him on blast. This is the actual on blast, the disintegration ray, and boing, and you just become like spaghetti. Very not unlike Guardians of the Galaxy, and I don't want to hurt anyone. And you just become a complete those little figures when you hit the stick, hit the button, and there's little stick figures. They hit the button at the bottom, they fall down, and then you pick back up. And yes, that's what just happened to you. You take silly damage. Not a thing. All right, are we done? I think we just did some mean things to each other. And with that, murder, murder is the call.
Kill.
I like
Eh,
how if the creature had been if I had been large size, it would have actually just disintegrated to 10. No, huge. So it's harmless unless you're really big.
Yeah, it's oh yeah. Well, it is yeah, it's an interesting. I love this because you get to try out what it's like to fight with a beholder without actually taking the damage, and you're like, holy shit, that's really terrifying. But what's really terrifying, guys, is right now as you're having this little moment of silly, you now have the camera panned down, and we have a moment where you guys can all get back to back because we're having that Avengers moment. Choose your space, choose your place. It is now the. Oops, I'm gonna drop this from the GM layer onto you.
It's a pit fiend. Good luck.
The light on the magic doesn't happen from behind that line. So magic can only happen out here in the pit. If you're inside here, it's an anti-magic field. It's a bad thing for people that need magic, or it's a place to hide from magic. It has lots of things. Anyway, at that moment, a giant Minotaur stands up, roar! He cheers, the crowd cheers, roar! And let's have him roll. Oh, we don't have me Impoc in here. And he rolls a charisma save. I'll just roll a d20. Yeah.
No,
Yes.
that's the opposite of what I
Oh,
wanted.
wow.
He does this. Yes. Oh, who's he pointing this at? Let me see.
Well, one of us is charmed. It's just gonna like take a
Roll a
swing
D5.
out of
I
someone
think it's
else.
got to be Kelshar because Kelshar just floated up, and so he's looking at Kelshar, and Kelshar, roll a wisdom save.
Haha,
you're
you are charmed now too.
So yeah, you are the you get an advantage on all that. So right, as half elf, you still get that. Yeah, advantage on saving against being charmed. So I would say fine. Yeah, he finds you charming. He doesn't know what to think about it. But he's a dumb freaking monster, and he looks opposite. Rah, rah, rah. He's confused by his little charm spell. Wasn't his jam anyway. And he leaps from this ledge. Rah! And it does a backflip. Okay, it does a backflip, and as he backflips through this portal, he front flips out this portal up here. Bam! Demonstrating how the portals work. Bam. And stands here. And then what am I gonna have him do? I guess I'm just gonna he leaps off all the way. Rah! And yeah, he just whoa. Am I actually seeing all this? I hope I was.
Thud.
Yeah, it goes down with a thud and is now preparing to fight. So guys, we all have had our chances to decide what we're going to do. What we want to do is we're going to start initiative. Let's get that started. So you guys, let me get that out here. Let me clear out the initiative. So don't roll initiative yet. Remove. Oh, don't. I hope nobody rolled initiative. Do not roll initiative. I'm clearing it out. So if you rolled, re-roll. You can always adjust it.
My bad, I jumped the gun.
It's okay. We'll figure it out. And you can always change your initiative to the original number. Give me a second and I'll find this dude I thought I had in here.
23, 22, 22, 19, 2. Did half the party get really good and the other half got really bad?
I don't
Well,
know
it's
how
it's
that
going to
might
be
work,
less.
Sinette.
Yeah.
I can avoid telekinesis, but everything else I'm just screwed.
I mean,
Yeah.
I had one character, and the joke was that she needed glasses throughout the game because she couldn't see anything. I failed every investigation or perception check I ever tried to. I was proficient.
What is happening out there?
All right. We read.
We're getting there. I got to
All
get
right.
something for you guys. I got more ice cream and cake. You know, got to bring the ice cream and cake, man.
Don't forget the sprinkles.
Oh, man.
Cake.
So many. Yay. Yeah, I got that one. Oh, come on. And yeah, I'm dying to get us into this Grey initiative because it's going to change everything. You'll see. It's a good. It's going to kind of suck. Oh yeah. Huh. Anyway, I think I've got these here. Damn it.
Did you want me to change my initiative to my initial initiative roll?
Hey, you can edit it, guys. All you gotta do is hover over it and change it up. Well, I guess I'll just do that then. I don't like it, but I'll do it. I got my own little set for my dudes. But I guess I don't have those for here. All right. 1, 2.
I just realized
Hmm.
we got 2 nat 20s in there. Udog and I got nat 20s.
Oh yeah.
we
Okay.
did.
So who's got the higher decks?
Oh,
That's what's going
No,
to decide. Oh,
yeah.
obviously. I see. Clearly. Nice done. Nice job. Okay, so I've got everything I need. I just needed to get some fun happening for myself. So here's how this is going to work, y'all. You guys are going to go around. We're going to drop through initiative. Here's what we're going to do. In every turn, you see how the field is set up. Um, our lovely Minotaur has leaped to this point and is looking at you guys. He's that far away. I want you to decide in your turn by click your token now and click where it says Greyhawk on token. Okay, and when you do, decide what you want to do. Do you want to do a ranged attack? You're probably going to want to move, make an attack, and then move. As a monk, you want to break up your actions a lot, right? Because you can make a lot of attacks. Wait, you're not a monk. You are. I keep thinking because of this picture. But yeah. Okay. Do you know what you want to do? Wait. Oh, so everybody wait on your rolls. Let's wait for your. I'd rather
Sorry.
you guys wait for your turn. Yeah. Let's wait. Let's everybody just do your stuff in your turn. That way we'll have it broken up properly, and we'll
Okay.
see it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We'll have turn and then boom. So we'll just wait. So Dancing Cloud, do you know what you want to do? I'm trying to help you work on your initiative order.
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
You know what this means? Okay. So did you click it yet? I don't know what you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I've got
You
a
clicked it.
move 2 is what it came out for the D6.
Okay. So you rolled a 2. Okay, so your first beat, I'm going to click. So now you can click your token and click where it says first beat and click 2. And then boom, it'll put that 2 above you.
Where I click what?
Click on where it says first beat. If you click that button, what happens?
First.
See on the very bottom row of buttons, it says first beat, second, third, and fourth. Oh, hold on. Let me fix that. Try beat 1 again.
I don't know what.
Okay.
I don't know what beat is.
It's on the
So you're. I'm yeah. I just hang loose.
initiative on token.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Input value.
all right. I see what you're saying. So yeah,
Okay.
I just clicked on. Oh, first
Right.
beat. Okay, first beat. There we
So
go.
this is your first. Yeah, your first beat is your move. Okay.
So
And you're
that's
doing that on a
2.
2. Yeah,
Right.
that's on 2. Now, what are you gonna do next? You've got actions and stuff.
So do
What are
I
you gonna
hit
do for your
submit on
actions?
this?
Yeah. Just hit 2 and then submit, and then
Okay.
that's how you put the 2 on there, so that you guys can edit that. You guys can do all that yourself. This will
Okay.
get really fast when you guys learn how to edit your tokens, and you guys can do all this. You don't need my help to do any of it. You can actually run through here and just boom. Here's what I'm gonna do. So this gets really fast when players learn how to do
I
all this
was
stuff.
I was
Right now, we're just
actually
doing education mode. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was actually intending on being a little bit of a distraction to keep him there. So my intent was actually to close with him and then just go full defense.
Okay. So you just want to do the dodge action.
Yeah.
Okay. Movement, dodge action. Boom. Done. End of turn. Oh, no. You don't move.
Oh,
Sorry. Okay. So end of turn. You just end your turn. So put yourself back. Yeah. And end your turn. Oh, sorry.
that's all right.
So just click end of turn because all we're doing right now is we're planning. So the best thing about this is we separate that. So if you click end of turn, the EOT button, a lot of stuff now. There you go. It's also a token menu. So Odaga, do you know what you want to do and what beats you're doing them on?
I know what I want to do.
Okay, just go ahead and punch them. Do them in order. Talk me through it, and I'll help you make the right choices. What do you want to do?
I want to cast a grease spell at him. Then I want to
Okay.
move towards him.
Okay. Okay. So
Spell
yep,
will
that'll
hit
be.
first.
Ooh. Okay. So your first beat. I'm gonna click your token. Click where it says first beat and put 2. Enter. Done. All right. And then what's your
moving.
next thing? Yeah. Then where are you gonna move?
I was gonna cast the grease like here-ish and move to the edge of the grease. Intercept.
Okay. So that's a movement then. So hit your movement. And did you want to attack him?
No, I already cast the spell as
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm anyway. I'm thinking you're a
That would
fighter.
be
You have to make an attack. Yeah. There you go. So then, yeah, hit second beat and hit 4 on that one. So 2, and then on beat 4, you would then do your movement. That's when your movement would happen at. There you go, 2-4. And you did it. Awesome job. So call it sharp. So end of turn when you're ready. As soon as you get done with that, end your turn. And you could also end your turn and then do that later too. Algalorn, what are you gonna do? It's your turn. Make your choices. And we just want to make sure we don't go past the last turn order.
Okay, so
End with
I'm
Kelshar.
planning on making a.
Oh, one more thing. There
So-
are goblins up in the holes. You're seeing creatures menacing towards you, and getting ready to shoot around up in areas up here. Now this is a place that's actually 50 feet up. If you wanted to climb, you'd have to climb up 50 feet to get to where that ledge is. I just have it there graphically just so that it basically is the same, but it would be, yeah, it's basically up here somewhere, right? So yeah, 50 feet anyway. But it'd be right in the middle of everything. So bonus action, it puts a 3 on you if you want to do your first beat. And then what's the other thing you want to do? And a move, so that's on 9. So on 8. So you can do that on 8, and then basically anything else you want to do, you just do on 9. Basically is what we'll call it. Go ahead and roll. We'll see what your other thing is. Oh, did you want to move? Okay. Oh, I see. I see.
I want to say it's 2d6
What are you hitting?
or 2d4.
What are you hitting? With?
I'm attacking with my claw attack.
Oh, your claws are just a D4. Yeah.
Okay.
You're doing a claw attack. Yeah, good. D4. All right, so that puts you on exactly 3, 8, and 9. And we stop at 9 anyway, so if you go over 10, then we just use 9 because obviously you can only have one digit. And the way we'll do the turn order. Oh, let's get your cool. Nicely done. You can always do that, and then we can come back and do the turn order as 3, second as. So do you know what you want to do? 8, and third as 9. Boom. Okay. This is hopefully helping. Take it away. Go ahead and click your.
All right, so gonna cast a spell, which I think I rolled for earlier.
Did you click Greyhawk token?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it rolled 10 for the spell.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's not good, but we'll roll with it.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll make your
And
first
then,
beat 9. And
yeah.
all your beats are going to be on 9. You're basically going at the end of the turn.
Okay, and then I'm gonna. Well, I guess I don't have to roll for it because it's gonna be on 9. But get out my crossbow as
basically
well.
what we're gonna do. Good. And I'll just give you 2 beats on 9. You're Mr. I fucked around the whole entire turn to do this thing. We'll see how it works out for you. And when you're ready, click end of turn. Oh yeah, you don't have to tell us. You don't
I gotta
actually
select my token to do that, right?
You can click your token and then end your turn. All right, Kelshar, take it away. You've got it. There you go. And just don't hit end of turn at the end. Ooh, those spells are getting expensive. Ouch. All right.
Damn.
What else do you want to do? I know.
Nothing.
Nothing. Dude. All right. Here's what's going to happen on my monsters. So, hang on for a second, guys, because I'm about to just set up the whole entire thing and go nuts. /RD6. Let's see what that is, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are 6D. Yay. Okay. That's that, and then he. Oh fuck. Okay. So he's got what? Okay. Okay. So he's just gonna do. He gets to do that as part of his movement. So I'm gonna add this, guys, as a thing so you can read it. All right, and I'm ready on my end, I think. Hold on, let me fix this. I bet you this is going to be all hidden. Oh. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I got 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. All right, so you guys, I don't have any of you guys got a 1? Anybody got a 1 out there? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
I think it's just
Closest I had was
All
a
right.
2.
All right. Algalorn, he takes 7 damage.
Okay.
And I got you with that one, and I got one more coming from one of these guys. I already took the damage from you. And he does a longbow attack. And oh, nat ones, and you see a goblin fall out. Oops. Fall down on the floor. Oh, actually, no, he just nicked him. He just screams out. In pain. He takes blood. He takes damage. There you go. He's bleeding. Because the hobgoblin just nat one and hurt his own friend. Meh. He did only roll a 13 in the other column, so I'm not going to call it a hit because that's not enough. But he definitely did that, and we get to laugh at you, sir. Who's got a 2? I'm going to let you guys go first in the 2s. I got 2 2s out there. Oot and
Yeah.
Dancing Claw. Who's going to go first? Because you right now, Dancing Claw, you are running out to Umpak. And Udog, what are you doing? I know what you're doing.
I'm trying to cast
Casting
a free
it.
spell centered
Okay.
here.
All right. All right.
It's a 10-foot circle.
Sure. Oh yeah. And it's a good
And,
thing because yeah.
anything that moves into it or ends its turn, it has to DC 12 Dex to fall over.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna move up to the edge of.
I'm gonna get that started right now. Then he's gonna roll. He's gonna roll a Dex save right now as soon as you do it. But we had our man Dancing Claw. You're gonna do something at 2 too. So go ahead and do your 2. Uda, once you do your 2, and that's your 4 though, is to move. So first, Uda, stay back here until then, okay? We're breaking things up. Yep, yep. And I'm gonna clear your 2. And where's my cat, dude? Okay, Dancing Claw. Roll a Dex save. Oh, snap! He just did that. He just said, "Fuck it, I'm running on the grease." He didn't give a fuck. I thought he was gonna run to this side of it, but he is
Nope.
dancing on the grease, man. And that's getting close, man. That's getting close to like a cheer from the audience. All right, that's gonna go R2s, and I've got one same thing I just did. 2 goblins and a hobgoblin are shooting at people. And 1-2 on the gobbies. No purchase whatsoever. And a longbow from a hobby. Come on, baby. Yeah, got me one. Who's it gonna be? I'm gonna have to roll. Oh, he's going after Dancing Claw. He saw that maneuver. He's going after him.
That's
That's
fine.
8 points of damage. You can
Hang
take
on.
it. Do you have a thing? Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah. Let's see. So
Uh-huh.
I've got.
Wait, do
That's
monks
gonna
at third
be
level get
here,
catch me?
Yeah, 3rd level, sure.
and
Right?
this,
I think that's
2,
how.
3.
Is it higher? I thought it was
All
one of the
right.
cores.
I
Oh
will.
shit.
I will succeed with deflect missiles, and that actually gives me the ability
Uh-huh.
to grab it. And
Yeah.
considering how Mr. Minotaur is kind of there, and I think I'm about 5 feet away from him, I'm actually just
You
going to redirect it and
okay?
throw it at him.
Let's see it.
Um,
Do you have to roll an attack on it? Go ahead and roll the attack.
I do.
All right.
It is
I'll let you
cheated.
get it. Yeah. I think you're good. You
You
stayed right
use
out of his
Dex
range.
and you're treated as proficient, I believe.
Yep.
I bet. Yeah.
Whoops. I forgot to add my bonus in there. That's actually a
It's okay.
15. That's a
15's a
15.
hit.
Yeah.
15's a hit. So
Don't
and
forget
you
you
just
also have
did 15.
proficiency.
And you do how much? You do that much damage to him? 15.
No. It's
Uh-huh.
it's actually I think it's comes from up down. So I think it's just a D6.
Do you have the feature? Click. You should have the feature on your character sheet. I like it when we click them and we can just read
Yeah.
them.
There we
It's
go.
easier. There you go. Help everybody learns. Good.
So
Cool. And what's it say? It's a
Yeah, it doesn't give the
range
damage.
range attack with the weapon or the piece of ammunition you just caught. So
Yeah,
what?
same.
I assume it does the
I'll just
same
do.
damage the piece of
I'm gonna do the
ammunition was
same.
about to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it around. Turnaround's fair play. It's a
Okay.
crit now on him, and it does, and he takes the 8 damage. Rah!
Yeah, that's cheer.
Right.
Oh, he has quite a bit of health.
And I did mark off my key for that, but
Okay. Did I roll a dex save for him? No, I said I'd wait because he's gonna move on 4. Okay. So I just don't want to lose my numbers. I've already done my rounds. I'm done, and now we're waiting on who's got a 3. Anybody got a 3 out there, y'all?
I've got a 3. That's my
Oh, I see a
bonus
couple.
action. Wild shape into a brown bear.
All right, here it comes. I think I've got one.
oh yeah, the druid's taking his gloves off now.
It's on. We're brown bearing that shit. Next up, cave bear.
I'm really just hoping the Minotaur has a bad dex mod.
Oh man, you know what? This is what I've got, and because we're doing weird shit, I'm going all extra. Here you go. You're getting an owl bear. How about that? Owl bear.
That'll work for me.
I'll just do it. Boom. I'll make a copy of him.
I'm only used to seeing owl bears when I crit fail perception.
I'm using one in it's a lot of fun. I've wanted to have some fun with an owlbear, and I have in an adventure. I have a lot of fun with an owlbear. Hopefully, you guys will see it. Okay, Owly Berry. I'm gonna do. Yeah, this is totally breaking the rules, but I'm like not really caring right now. What's your Roll20 name? Killshare?
Zach.
Killshare. Zach. Boom. Done. And you've got Owly Berry. And that's your dude. Oh. Almost done. Yeah, these guys are badass. Never did it. All right, there you go. Anywho, oh no. It was right there all along. Come on, you. All right. Are we ready? So there's your bonus action. Boom, you're an owlbear. Actually, they're bigger than that. Right. Okay. And that's your button. That's your 3. So we clear it. Sorry, it took longer than I thought. That's 3 now. 4. Anybody got 4? We got a dog. Got a 4. What you gonna do on
Yeah.
your 4?
I'm gonna move
Take it away.
to
Oh no.
about here because that looks to be generally in front of everyone else.
That was like the best part. We just lost it.
I'm gonna move to right there.
Yeah. Cool.
That's gonna be that. Unless it's a Minotaur, it's got 5, 6, or 7.
Oh. Say what? Unless what?
I don't. Oh no. Yeah, unless the Minotaur has
Oh.
5, 6, or 7 beats, we're not doing anything for a while.
Well, yeah. So did you just moved? Sorry, I'm just trying to set up
Yeah.
the streaming server. Yeah, give me a second. I thought you had something. You were just moving into place, and go ahead and intimidate or emote, whatever it is that you want. Oh, there it is. Oh my
Hello.
God, I've lost so much. We lost the whole entire round of all the turns and stuff. I don't know what happened. Anyway, we're back, I think. I wish. Cool. Someone in chat said something nice. Very nice storyline depth. You guys are doing good. People are enjoying it. And with that, on 4, charges, and then gets to started charging, and he is now not charging, as I had gotten him all ready to and show off his little charge feature, but I don't get to use it. Oh, or do I? 15's a win.
Yeah.
He charges, and he turns his charge into a gore. And he has a feature for that.
Oh, is that a nat 1 in there?
Oh no! Come on, Umpok, you had one job, man. Come on. So Umpok he starts to gore, but somehow he slips on this at the last minute. He had you lined up, man. He had you at a 24, had you dead to rights, but somehow he lost having some. Oh, wait a second. There's a feature for that. You saw him slip, almost fall, but then at the last minute, he stomps his foot down, and then he doesn't go prone. He gores.
Right.
He recklessly attacks.
And unfortunately, in Discord, we can now see what that's going to.
Oh no. Oh, that's what it is. Boom. And let's see the I want to see the strength save, but how can you? Yeah. He's going to.
You can't kill me in one attack, I don't.
No, he's not going to kill you. He can't one shot you. Not with those rolls. That isn't bad. Average. But he did get an 18 over there. Recklessly. Did you roll a strength save? Udad?
I was.
Oh,
waiting
oh,
for
you know what? I forget. Oh, yeah, yeah. I keep forgetting I've got to move around the turn order onto the person who it's on. So I forgot to do that.
So do I make strength?
Yeah, yeah. Make a strength save. Just click on strength and drop it like it's hot.
Really? I have a +3 to that. Come on.
Oh,
no.
you get knocked condition. Welcome to condition prone, sir. Boom.
Oh, this sucks.
Andy gets knocked back 10 feet.
It's ore, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. What's his name? I thought it was. Or be
So I-
pushed away and knocked
Yeah,
prone.
it's an
He gets
or.
knocked. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. No, it's pushed up to away and. It's and. It must succeed
Okay, so
or
he
be
can
pushed and. Yeah,
unless Umpak chooses not to push.
I guess so. But it's or be pushed up to 10 feet away and knocked prone. I'm just going to go with it like it's written. We'll call it like it is. Umpak was a badass. Way to go, Umpak. You made me proud, baby. You made me fucking proud. Good job, Umpak. You are definitely earning your keep. Rah! The audience cheers. And Umpak is getting ready to straighten himself up.
And sorry,
right,
that was my
and-
bad. I didn't end my turn properly.
Oh no, you're doing don't end your turn. You're fine. I'm supposed to be I'm when we're doing this Grack initiative thing, I'm gonna be jumping around a lot. Okay, so Algalorn, you are next up. Here we go towards the end of the turn. So the neat thing about this is it breaks the turn up. So what are we doing now at the end of the turn? On beat 8, Algalorn.
Algalorn, as the Owly Bear, is going to move in towards the Minotaur.
Okay.
I cannot
sorry,
move
you
the.
are sorry. Oh, you still don't have control of the Owlberry?
I don't have a control of the Owlyberry.
Oh, hold on, I got the wrong person then.
I think you gave it to me for some reason.
Oh, I did. Okay. Yeah, I asked who. Anyway, this is always confusing. And
But you said my name, that's why I said it was
okay. We are working at disadvantage. I always like to say because we are working. There you are. Yeah, you've been in this game for a minute. Because we are working on voice. Try it out. Do you have control over Ally Berry? And I'll put Ally
Yes,
Berry.
I do. And so
in the turn order,
Owlyberry's
Ally Berry can be
is going to
properly
move in.
represented.
There.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that's it for my move. So that's it for 8.
Okay. Good deal. And then 9. Because you're higher and
I'm 9, but am I before?
you're after because of Dex. Just because of initiative order. You got a 2 and Alagorn had a 4. Yeah, so higher. So I always go with the higher first. And I didn't see Dorn. Dorn, are you out there?
Yeah, I'm on
You're,
9
you're
as well.
initiative order 3. You're on initiative order
Yeah.
3. So we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go just in the order it is. Put Ally Berry down here, and so now we're going. Alagorn just went, and we're gonna go to kill Shar. I think right? No. Yeah, you have 3.
Doesn't
Wait.
Alagorn look like a...
Don't you have a 9? Oh, did you have a 9 to do, Alagorn? Did you?
Yes, that was my
Yeah.
claw
Yes, do your
attack.
9.
I'm rolling it now.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Oh, I've got to roll my attack first.
Sure. You can do it right from the character sheet if you want to. If you shift double click on the Owly Berry token, it'll open up the character sheet for you. I've got the whole thing.
Okay.
Owlbear.
There we go. Look at that. Yeah.
And we'll go with that. That's good. I guess it's average.
So like it's 3:30.
It's a hit. Yeah. How are you doing on time? I really want to introduce these concepts. Even
Yeah,
though it's
I'm good
really
on
slow
time.
the first time. Who's not good on time?
Me, it's 3:30 in the morning over here.
Yeah. Do you want to call it? You want to do your thing? You just got
Yeah.
knocked prone.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't go out
unfortunately,
like that.
Do you
I'm
need to
sorry.
wake up at a point tomorrow?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, let's finish this round. Let's just finish this round and we'll call it. I'm down with that logic because I want everyone to feel like we had a sense of closure together. Dorn, what did you want to do?
So I'm going to cast Mirror Image,
Okay,
so I get a couple copies of myself.
there you go. And then immediately after you do another thing. Go ahead.
Pull out my crossbow.
Perfecto. All right, all three of you do. And click. You can't do anything. And then boom. Kelshar, what are you gonna do now?
Magic missile, of course.
All right. Roll to
Roll to
attack.
attack.
Oh wait. Uh, it took that long for magic missile. That is amazing. All right. So
I've
boom,
never
boom,
actually
boom.
seen that spell used before.
Really, it's a classic one. Two more times, sir. Doink! Ow! The Minotaur screams out, "First blood!" And and then 8 more. Bam! There you guys go. You guys are on your way to defeating the awesome Minotaur. But more importantly, checking what Greyhawk Initiative's all about. It's a heck of a lot of fun. And you notice we never had to think, oh, all this is happening in the same turn. Unfortunately, we had some really bad rolls, which makes me sad because it's always more fun when you win. But it is when you roll a 1 now on that, you really feel great. Like we had someone cast a spell by rolling a 1, so it went off on 2. I thought that was pretty cool. What was it like for you guys? Let's check in and say goodbye at least as we check it out.
Yeah, I had fun with it. It's certainly an interesting concept, um, and I can see how, especially once we get used to it a little better, it could speed up combat and make it more of a dynamic combat rather than a static combat. So I
Definitely.
do like I
Yeah,
do like how it kind of flows.
it's fun.
Yeah, I think
It's
once
Yeah.
we've all got our
awesome.
heads wrapped around it a bit better, it's going to make for a lot more interesting things.
And so it just takes practice. You'll see. And we need to just do stuff like this more often. I want to have lots of little combat scenes and just practice it. And the more you get it, and the more you get used to it. And it really does become, what are you thinking? And you click, 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 and yeah, you guys can get pretty quick with it. Um, it's also a thing you could do by rolling inside of Discord. You could do a dice. You can do exclamation point roll in Discord and roll dice um, if you want to. Just exclamation point roll D20 or D4 plus D4 plus D3. You can sometimes we just do it that way. Some of our players, and so if you do that, then you can automatically set up your token, and as soon as you got your numbers on your token, and you use some dice to figure them out, boom, you're ready to go. So you could see how if we went around the turn order and everybody said, I've got it, I've got it, I've got it, I've got it, boom, we start playing and we're immediately in it. And we don't even have to reveal to each other what our beats actually are. We just have to roll them accordingly. We're going through super slow mode just so everybody knows where all the buttons are right now. But yeah, once we get it figured out, you just throw the dice. Like for me, my monsters, I already know what my monsters are going to do, right? So I just boom, I throw them all at one time and I stack them. So I do sort ascending and I just have 3 1s and 3 2s. That's what I did this time. And on beat 1, at the end of beat 1, I always let you guys go first. Unless, here's the real fun, is when you're fighting with a monster and you're crossing swords where you're both hitting at the same time. If it really matters, if it's a life or death situation where you could kill or get killed in the next round, which we've had happen, which is really exciting. And you can know by a dex save whether or not you hit first or the monster hits first, which makes a extra level of fun. Anyway, I put this form up if you guys want to join campaigns and stuff. Let's hang out and get to know each other. Welcome. It's nice to meet you guys. I'm really happy to be back and doing Greyhawk Initiative. I added a new feature. The buttons across the bottom are my new feature, and I'm really happy. I think that they're gonna really help us speed things up as we all figure it out. But what do you think about Xanathar's Arena, man? Huh? Man, that was
Very
fun as
cool.
shit to do.
Yeah, very
Well,
cool.
I like this game. Not even for the combat parts. That was super fun. I like Greyhawk Initiative because this is like the only game I play that does role playing a lot.
Cool. Cool,
My
cool.
3.5e game is like, oh yeah, well you can just take character action for them out of the game. I'm like, I'm tired.
Yeah, man, that's the whole game. It really is the whole game. It's got to feel like a story. I want people to encounter this if they ever find it, on Twitch and be like, "Wow, this is like watching a book." unfold. It should feel that way. Once we get out of meta and we're completely immersed all the time, these are so much fun, and it's just nonstop. But yeah, it just gets better the longer you play together, and that's why I keep doing it and keep putting games out there, and just to meet people and see where it goes. But no, fun times, guys. I'm glad we all were allowed to indulge. Here we go. Here's my Captain Jack Sparrow. Man, isn't Captain Jack Sparrow just the greatest backstory song of all time? I mean, really, does it get any better
Yes.
than Michael
All right.
Lonely Island?
Just the face.
Good night, y'all.
Night, guys.
Take
Good
it
night.
easy,
Everyone,
everybody.
Thanks,
Good night. Good
Dr.
night.
Frank.
Yes, sir.
Very
Yeah,
good time. Thank you. And
whenever
here's
this
sir.
one
goes on
for-
again.
Yeah.
for anybody that recalls. This is from a movie clip.
Mm.
Are you related to the singer? Man, you must really like that a lot.
Office
And then the
Space.
guy said, "Yep, my life was fine until that no talent ass clown got out there." Awesome. Well, it was nice meeting all you guys, and
Yep.
thank you guys very much. Hopefully, we'll reconnect again another time.
Cool. I hope you guys all have
Absolutely.
level 1. I think you guys all do, and Stranger Things attached to your name on Discord and here. So welcome. That's how I'll message you and stuff. And yeah, hang out. Let's get to know each other and take care.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
So it is.
Yeah, man.
Yep. Take it easy, everybody.
Hey, take care. Greyhawk.
The owlbear is dancing.
I see that. Uh, have you seen my stapler? Nice.